There we go. And we're live. Oh, goodness.
Live.
Live?
So, yeah, we've got Scott and Joe and Romeo and Fluffles.
Who are those
Hello.
people?
All the people. There'll be a Lee here eventually, assuming the snow doesn't kill him.
Oh,
Nah, he's just shoveling wet snow. Nothing too bad.
yeah, doesn't happen too often down here. Assuming same there as well, considering we live a
Yeah.
state apart.
Yeah.
I almost never get snow.
I miss the snow, although I hear that the snow that Lee's got at the moment is all just wet, goopy. But hey, hello,
The
Civ.
problem
Yeah,
with
it just
snow is that we got like a ton of rain, and then it changed over to snow at around noon. Oddly enough, it cooled down in the afternoon, and that's when we got all the snow. So it's
Okay.
that on top of all the rain.
Hey, and there's an Arduin and a hoverfish and a Serby. And L has never had snow. That's the curse of Brazil. Not really a curse, but you know what I mean.
Oh,
Alante back from the dead. Hello. Watch some Nova Drift, now you're here. Well, welcome. Welcome. All right. We are probably going to just dive right in. Yeah, Civ, I was definitely slow to get started here. Oh, jeez.
somebody's already been shot.
Somebody's
Oh no.
already been shot. And of course I put the thing in the way so nobody saw it. I'm sorry. Set this.
So this you're gonna have to do it again.
I can hide that. There we go. This apologize in advance for headphone users. This may get loud for a brief moment because the audio on this it's weird. It's in beta, so you know there's room for questionables.
Synthesis did it again.
Look what you've done.
There we go.
Oops.
And a resume.
As the
Hey.
Canadian, I have to pick the moose.
You know what? That's fair.
as a husband of a crazy cat lady, I have to be the cat.
That's fair.
I'm the bar.
And we got
In honor of
Matt's
Bunny, I be the
Bieber.
bunny.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, right. Oh, now you're just waiting on me. Womp. Let's see.
Way to go.
Who we doing today? Let's be the bad today. Oh, look at him. He's so trustworthy. All right. So for those who are unaware, this is basically Animal Secret Hitler. If you're familiar with Secret Hitler, you may be welcome. Yep. You may be familiar with Resistance, which is kind of one of the. I don't know if it was one of the first ones, but it was certainly. I know it's certainly older than Secret Hitler. But same general idea. You've got two teams, a red team and a blue team. The general thing is that there are two people on the leakers team. They are trying to leak all of the bad information to the general public. And hello Maggle, the loyalists here, the blue team, they're trying to cover up the terrible information. So, generally speaking, the way this works is that each round, a new leader will put multiple. Yeah, this is similar to Werewolf. Werewolf has got a lot of player removal sort of thing. I forget the terminology. Like players will get knocked out of the game over the course of the game, so it can be a little questionable sometimes. All right. So yeah, same core concept of Werewolf is there's the good team and then there's the bad team. You know,
Oh man, we already had a leak.
Well, that's not ideal.
Already?
I'm over here explaining the rules.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, look at the votes. There were some sus people voting on that one. There
I'll
were some sus
I'm
votes.
gonna point out that Joe and I didn't like that team.
uh-huh.
I was there. I know it looks bad.
It's been really well that team that used their
In
couple.
in my eyes, that looks better for you. Now that I trust you,
No, absolutely. I would hope so.
I don't know. I'm pretty
Joe sounds
I'm
lower.
pretty sus of Romeo.
I can see. Can I? Oh, I can increase Joe's volume. Wow, perfect. That should be good. Let's try that.
There we go.
Oh, geez, yes. Whoop.
Okay, so someone gets
Overdone.
to confide in
Perfect.
someone.
Someone gets to confide.
There we go. Okay, I need that, and I need that. Okay, so yes, the core of this is that, yeah. Blue team is trying to succeed in 3 missions. Red team is trying to succeed in 3 missions. Is trying to fail 3 missions. The 2 players on the red team know who the 2 red players are. The blue team members know absolutely nothing. Every turn, one player has to make a team. You can see along the bottom of the screen there, basically, yeah. If you're not evil, you need to pretend to be.
We're gonna try this.
Everybody's got to pretend to be good. So yeah, whoever's the leader for the round has to make a team, whether it's again.
I don't like that, but
I have concerns.
I was about to say I'm on the mission, and I have concerns.
Uh-huh. I have the feeling I was right about Romeo, if nothing else.
yeah.
Yeah, the cards here are animated. So this game is currently in beta, so it's still got a lot of room to grow.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise. So the game is called Republic of Jungle. I should probably put that name up somewhere.
Well, it should be on the stream.
Oh, it is on the
thing,
stream.
right?
You're right.
Yeah, it's on the stream.
You are correct. Oh, thank you, Bun. I forgot that was a thing there.
Someone now has the opportunity to wiretap, see if someone's ever leaked.
Hey, hello, Omar.
I'm still trying to figure out this game, so
Yeah,
using
so-
my double thumbs up was just like, I don't know what this does.
So, whoever's the leader has to make a team. You can see along the bottom, it's 2 people on the first mission, then 3, then back to 2, then 3, then 3 again. And then everybody has to vote whether or not they like that team. So far, those votes have gone successful for made teams, and both times the missions have failed. Once a mission gets approved, everyone on the team has to vote whether they want to succeed or fail the mission. Scott, you're literally the only one here that I can trust. I got nothing. I'm trying to figure things out here.
Romeo, are you a leaker?
No.
Do I believe him though? Joe, are you a leaker?
I'm sweet and adorable and not a leaker.
Fluffles, what about you?
Nope. Look, Romeo was the only person who was on both of the missions who failed, so it's gotta be
No.
Romeo who's a leaker.
That was
No.
that
Would be
legal?
James.
Silly.
That was James.
James was on both missions that failed.
Oh, I
Which-
thought it was...
What's nice on this specific version is that it actually shows on the bottom of each person's card. Like you can see that Scott wasn't on the first 2 missions, Fluffles was only on the second one, and it didn't go well. I was on both of the missions that went poorly. So, Bun, the only part of this that's on the phone is the controlling part. In the physical version of this game. I mean, honestly, that's...
Oh no!
I don't like that there are that many thumbs up.
That's more thumbs up than I like. I mean, for me, I've got basically no information. It's a 50-50 between Fluffles and Joe, so I figure...
Like,
Let's
I
either-
had reason.
Let's either
I
get
had
this
some
over
reason
with.
to trust Fluffles.
Oh,
Okay.
So I was pretty sure this was fine. Also, this proves that both Fluffles and I are not leakers.
Yes, because you could have just ended it right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I biting a pencil? Because I'm nervous and not paying attention to the fact that I'm on a camera.
I may or may not have wiretapped Fluffles and knew
Oh,
that
good.
he was not the one that sabotaged the previous mission.
Good.
But James, that makes me even more suspicious of you because you were on both of them.
Oh, of course.
I also confided in Romeo, so that may have been a mistake.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
and I
I'm
mean,
like,
from my perspective, I know what the team is now, but obviously I have to convince you both of that. And,
Yeah, the question is, can we trust you?
and I'm like, I don't really have anything to offer. I mean, James and Romeo were on mission 1 and mission 2, so.
I was only on mission 1.
Well, Romeo was on mission 1, and both of them were on mission 1, and James was on mission 2. I was on mission 2 as well. But...
I don't have any. I guess I don't have proof that Joe is the other bad one. But I will point out that if it's me and Romeo, then me and Romeo pulled off a double spy, and I have not played nearly enough with Romeo to do that.
Unless you got lucky.
Unless we got lucky. But
What
I mean,
happens if the
I've got no
mission
other
gets
information
burned
that I
down?
could give you to say like it's me, not Joe.
So what happens if the mission gets turned down?
If the mission gets turned down, we basically
Yeah, that
have.
we'll find out.
Ooh.
Oh boy, that was close.
So you'll see in the top middle of the screen. Oh, I can do things like this. Hold on. Haha.
Then we have amount of donors,
Yes,
and
you
if all the donors run out, then
Yep.
bad guys win.
Right here in the top middle of the screen, we have this little thing that says ×7. Started at ×8. Now it's down to ×7. And that is how many missions that we can say no to before we just fail entirely. Bop, bop, bop.
James, is Joe your partner?
No.
That is technically true.
Hmm. Joe, is Romeo your partner?
No.
Hmm. This might be a mistake, but... Oh!
Okay,
so
okay.
got voted down.
I'm okay.
Oh, but the fact that Romeo voted it up makes me feel like I was making a big mistake.
I voted up almost every single one.
I also voted it down.
I have so many concerns.
Same. I am confused.
Hello, Phoenix.
Like I'm 99% sure at this point that Romeo is a leaker, and now he's making the team. So
Yeah, but, you know.
What? I mean, that's off.
I
No.
Fluffles, why?
So
because I don't know who to trust.
so the main goal is that both teams are trying to get 3 successful missions. So there's been 2 fails and 1 success so far, which means if another mission goes through poorly, the red team wins. The leakers win.
Yeah.
So we're
I
trying.
just remind you, Fluffles, you and Scott are the only good ones. But generally, on this mission, everyone needs to be good or we lose immediately.
Correct, because we've already got the 2 fails. So unfortunately, you have to pick the right team, and I mean, I know the right team at this point.
I don't know.
but
I close my eyes and I'm picking.
So says Joe. So says Romeo.
Yeah, everyone knows who the correct team is except for Fluffles and Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
this
tricky.
screen bun. I can put away the pointer.
Oh.
Like it's either James is good or he pulled off a double spy. If you pulled off a double spy, congratulations.
Rip.
It was an accidental pulling off of a double spy. I did not mean to fail
Yeah.
that first mission.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So we lose.
Oh well.
Thing is, I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but James kind of just outed himself by failing the first one, but none of you noticed. He was the only one on the first 2 missions that could have meant that he was the only one that could have leaked it.
Well, no, because you could have
Oh,
leaked
there's
the
2,
first.
though.
You could have leaked
That's
the
right,
first
there's
one,
2.
and then Fluffles could have leaked the second one.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
someone else could leak
Okay.
the second one.
Yeah, even when Fluffles was exonerated, Joe could have been the leaker on the second mission, which
Right.
was the trick. Either James and Romeo were the leakers, or Joe and Romeo,
Yeah.
or James and Joe.
Right. There was still too much information, or not enough information.
For me, it was a coin flip. I was like, either James is good or Joe is good, and I don't have
Enough
a
information.
way of knowing for sure.
Yeah,
So-
I was saying that because I was going off the fact that I knew who the other person was.
Right. So, yeah, synergic leak. Oh man. So then it'll go through. All right. So let me try to get the proper explanation in here as quickly as I can. So you got the blue team and the red team. Both teams are trying to get 3 successful missions for their team. 3 blues or 3 reds. Each round, someone is going to pick a certain number of people to go on a mission, and then everybody has to vote, do we want that mission to go through or not? If it goes through, then the people who are on the mission are given the choice to either succeed the mission or fail the mission. In this case, it's leak the information or cover up the information. But same idea, it's succeed or fail. If you are on the blue team, you have to succeed the mission. There is no other choice. You wouldn't want to anyway do anything but you have to succeed the mission. If you're on the red team, you can choose to succeed the mission or you can fail the mission. You want to fail the missions because you need 3 points to win, but you can succeed the mission to kind of put confusion into the game as to whether or not you're actually bad. So, since that first mission there had me and Romeo both on it, and the mission failed, that tells everyone else at least one of those 2 people is bad, because the blue players can't fail the mission.
Yeah. But the people who are the people on the red team can cover up.
Yeah.
And if the donors run out, I'm assuming... There we go. If the donors run out, the red team wins. Now, we haven't technically seen that in this version, but that is generally how it works in Resistance. Yeah, if you've played Resistance, this is basically the exact same thing, but just with, rather than it being 5 rejected teams in a round, gives it to the red team. You have 8 total mission rejects that you can do over the course of the entire game. So rather than it being round by round basis, it's a grand total. ba. Nyeh.
Oh, and also each player has a double vote. They can either go double. They can double their vote once per game, either yes or no. But once that's used, it's used up.
Yep, so I kind of wasted it initially.
Ba, 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 now. Yes, there are 2 victory conditions for red: either failing the 3 missions or sowing so much distrust that the team becomes ineffective. Exactly.
Ah.
Yeah, the audio needs adjusting every time.
Maybe turn down the volume of your browser.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh, no, unfortunately, of the browser. Ooh.
Can you do that?
I know I can.
If you-
I know I can mute the browser.
Because like if you go to your setting, your sound, and then right-click, you can open your volume mixer and then adjust the volume levels of different things.
I can
He's
lower
not
the-
going to be a bad guy twice in a row, right?
I can lower the volume of Google Chrome. Oh my god, that's cool. Ultra Child is doing good. She's got. Oh my goodness, I've been given a task. What card is mine? My card is blue.
So he says.
Yeah, it do says.
And I hope it's truth. Well, unanimous.
Everybody
Damn,
trusts
oh.
this team. What could
I mean,
possibly
that-
go
That's
wrong?
a bit of
Go
a stretch.
I mean, if we really trusted it, everyone would have used their double thumbs up.
Oh, we'll need those
No,
for later.
That's a waste.
We will definitely need those for later. But there should be no problem, right, Scott?
Should be.
Ah, perfect. See? There we go.
Alright,
Yeah.
great. I still don't trust you.
No, good. You shouldn't. But But see, look, we did it. Scott and I were both good boys. Everybody liked the fact that everybody liked that team is potentially concerning, but nothing bad happened.
It's just
Well,
the
that's
first
concerning.
mission.
Nobody knows
That's-
anything
that's
yet.
fine.
Yes, it only takes one leaker for a cover up to fail. One leak destroys the mission regardless of how many successes are on, regardless of how many cover ups are on there. If we have more players, which we may have later in the night, then all it takes is one. You know, you can have a mission with 5 people on it, and 1 red is enough for it to fail. We haven't tested it with a large group, but that is generally how it goes. Do the leakers know who each other are? Yes, generally speaking, the leakers do know who each other are, which is very nice. There are variants of games like this where the leakers don't know. That can't possibly be a good team.
I don't like it either, mainly because I don't trust Romeo and Joe.
All I know is I'm good and I'm not on the team, therefore it has at least 1 red on there.
Yeah, it's like having a successful first mission and then picking the 3 people who weren't on it for the second mission never ends well.
Look, the second mission just never goes well, period, Scott. It
That's-
doesn't matter
that's-
what
that's-
happens.
It really is true.
Mission 1 is kind of a toss-up, but it's... Mission 2 is just always a bad idea.
Unless you get the right team right now.
That's true, you could potentially get the right team right now, but...
If you trust Joe.
Well, this isn't the right team.
so you say.
I agree with you, Scott. This is not the right team.
Yeah, I agree with your agreement. We are not on this team, thus it is bad.
Yes. We are the only good ones.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that was the very no. Okay. So, in this version, everybody also gets to choose 1 time per game if they want to put a double vote in, so you can have 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down, but you only get that once per game, so you better make sure you're using that at the important time. Let's see. Yeah, so, now that I'm the leader, I'll go a little slower. So the mission leader picks who's on the mission. I'm going to put myself because I'm me. I know that I'm good. I know that my card is blue. I don't know anybody else. Scott was on the first mission, so it, in theory, means that he's good, but it doesn't mean anything because Scott's a filthy spy. But, and it's popular vote whether or not the mission goes forward. Based on those votes, I think I want this. Because I can't put Scott on there. I just can't. Not this early. Scott and I were on mission 1. I can't put him on this mission. I can't.
See, I think I'm trusting Scott on this, and I don't trust Joe.
And that's totally fair.
Except I haven't done anything yet.
I don't trust anybody.
Oh boy.
All right.
I feel like this is gonna go poorly.
See, I've got concerns.
Romeo once again upvoted it when he's not on it. Very
So-
suspicious.
Yes. So generally speaking, if you are blue, you want to be on the mission regardless. And if you
Oh,
are,
that's nice.
yeah, surprise, surprise.
Uh-huh.
And for those of us who are blue, we don't have all of the information. In fact, we have basically no information. So all that we have to go on to try to figure out who the 2 red players are how people vote. And then in this version, there are a couple of small powers. So in this case, somebody who is on the blue team is going to get to show their card to another player. That doesn't exonerate the person that you show it to, but whoever the card is shown to will be like, okay, I know that this person is blue. Now they can share that information, they can keep it secret. It doesn't... Nyeh. There's a lot of things that can happen. No crackers, James. I'm playing a game.
There's always time for crackers.
Well, it looks like nobody said anything about the confide.
The voting for the mission to go or not is confusing. So yeah, so everybody gets to just vote yes or no if they like that team. So, I made the team of me, Fluffles, and Joe, and then everybody gets to vote on whether or not they liked the mission.
See, I trust James because I confided in James, so I think this can go well.
I can corroborate, so I'm feeling pretty good on this one. Because I know I'm good. I know he's good. So there's no problems here.
Yeah, and I was okay with this mission because I like that you guys are saying one confided in the other, which means that if there is a leak here,
If there's a leak
pretty-
here, it's pretty damning.
yeah, for you,
Yes.
Yeah.
because you both agreed that Fluffle was the one that confided. So
Yeah.
I'm just concerned that Romeo approved this mission because I don't trust.
Yeah, there've been a couple
Adam
of
disapproved one.
there have been as I say, on the one hand, there have been a couple of sketchy Romeo approvals, but on the other hand, he has approved everything. So
Yeah. Which is sketchy in and of itself.
he just wants to watch the world
The
burn.
fact that I've only played this game 3 times and I still don't quite understand.
Oh, this is my second time playing.
yeah, veto is to cancel the mission going on. So I don't even know what this team is about to be made, but I have a strong feeling that it's going to get turned down. So I'll show that off so you can see when the screen changes right under here where it says they're called donors in this game. You see there's a ×6. So Scott's going to make a team, and then we're going to vote on that team. If that team goes through, then those 3 people get to vote on if they want to succeed or fail the mission. If the team gets rejected, this number will go down to 5. If this number ever hits 0, the red team wins. The leakers win.
I trust Scott on this, so I think if this mission goes well... Okay.
Alright.
I don't...
If this mission goes well...
Here's the thing, though. I don't think you understand. Right now, we have 3 people on the team. There are 2 bad guys. So if you're good, and you're not on the team, it means that there's at least 1 bad guy on the team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In that 5-player game, a team of 3 needs you on it if you're good. Otherwise, it's going to fail. There is a slim possibility that you can get both leakers on the team at the same time.
The leaker.
No. James was playing the long game. I had a feeling he might do something like that.
What long game?
No.
And that probably means you're the one that leaked on mission 2 as well, which might mean Joe is okay.
I mean, or it's you and Joe, which I know from your perspective doesn't work. Actually, that means it...
Let me do this.
Oh, actually, that means it... Ooh. I don't like this.
Well, I will publicly say
Of course.
that I'm getting the wiretap.
Oh, it's
And,
just like last time.
Joe has never leaked, which means, yeah, James is the one who sabotaged mission 2 and mission 4.
So he says.
Which theoretically means that either it's James and Romeo, or it's James and Joe just didn't leak on mission 2. And they pulled off a double leaker.
Or it's Scott and Joe.
Double leaker is not the best phrase.
Double
It's
leakers.
the best.
Yes, when a staffer goes rogue, you don't know who it is. You can...
Yeah,
You can
I
claim
can't
what you want.
prove. I can't prove that I got to wiretap, but I can say it,
Right.
and I will point out that nobody else claimed that they got a wiretap.
I feel like it might be Romeo who might be good now. Now I'm suspicious of Joe.
I think it's
I mean,
Romeo
I trust
and
Scott
James,
and
but
Ruffles, but
unfortunately it's difficult to prove. Like it could still be Joe and James, and Joe just never had to sabotage.
That's what I'm thinking.
So, Matt, the only thing here is that because of the way the rogue powers work, they are loyalist specific, so only one of the loyalists can get the power. So if Scott is claiming, it is loyalist specific. So if Scott is claiming that he got the wiretap and nobody is refuting it, then that means either he's telling the truth or he's lying and someone else is letting that happen for one reason or another. So there you go. Now you see that team got rejected, so the number of donors drops to 5.
I don't know. I think that was the correct choice, Scott, to have voted up for that.
It might be, but like I said, I'm more leaning toward Romeo being the second leaker and Joe being okay. But the problem is it's impossible to know for sure.
Look,
Joe's been pretty quiet though. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been. I'll admit.
Are you good, Joe?
I am so good.
of course he's good. I mean, he's good, right?
Stop, James.
Oh, right. He hasn't leaked. That's not quite the
Yeah.
same thing.
Exactly. I know he
Oh.
didn't leak on mission 2,
Right.
but that doesn't mean he couldn't have, because you were there. You were the one who leaked mission 2.
You don't know for sure. You should have
I
wiretapped me.
know.
Then you would have known.
I know you're bad,
You
because I already
don't
know
know
from mission
nothing.
4.
You don't know what? You don't know nothing about Mission 4.
I know that you're the one.
Oh.
You're the filthy leaker. Oh man, I should have double voted that.
What happens when it's a tie?
If it's a tie,
okay,
it counts
good.
as a fail.
Except
Well,
that
it's a
Romeo
rejected mission,
upvoted
not a
that.
fail.
Romeo, are you just going full Agent of Chaos and just, you know?
I think he is.
You haven't noticed?
Look, Scott. I'm just saying. The leakers cannot technically communicate with each other. Like, they could theoretically talk about things openly, but then everybody would know exactly what's going on. So I'm gonna make this team. I'm gonna make the team this trio.
Of course you would.
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I?
I think that means that they're gonna win because Romeo's gonna vote yes, and then the other two are probably gonna vote yes.
I mean,
so-
we just don't let the team go through. Just first and publicly declare.
You theoretically
no.
could do like DMs or something, but that's a little shady. It's supposed
Yeah,
to be.
that's cheating.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I wasn't expecting that.
oh, a secret code with each of your friends. That seems.
Why would anyone do
beforehand.
that?
Yeah, you mean like Scott and James when
No.
they play in person?
Only Scott
No.
and Lee. Scott and Lee are the two that have that.
Oh,
Lee and I may have a trick.
Now, I will say, Matt, while that technically does work, remember, only the bad guys know who each other are, so it's real. It can get real ugly if you try to give a in certain variants of this, where you try to do. Well, that's no bueno.
I still think it's Joe. But
I
I
think-
don't
No.
know.
I think
don't
it's
know.
Joe. I think Joe's a leaker.
Like, I don't. I'm always the sus one, even though there's no reason for you to be sus. It's fine.
Yeah, Bunny, I'm reading chat.
Yeah, they can read chat. They can. Yeah, lots of communication is important. Ooh.
I mean, I just popped out chat, so I just have it on the side.
Okay, we're down to like 2 donors. We really make a
Come
good
on.
team.
Yeah, but
Come on,
you got to make the
Scott,
right
make a
team.
decision.
Yeah, I'm still convinced that the team is me, Fluffles, and Joe. And yeah, I could be wrong, but I mean,
I think
can
that's
always
the team too.
that's
I
the whole
think-
point of the game. You can always be wrong. You
I-
don't know.
I think the team is me, Joe, and Romeo.
You would.
Yeah. Yes, it's
Nice team.
Not.
no. The nice
what?
thing, Omar. Yeah, you guys actually don't see which team I'm on, because it's on the phone. You guys are seeing the same screen that everyone else is, which is just fine. And I think that's actually kind of fun because you guys get to see yourselves if James is bad or not. Now, I mean, I think it seems pretty obvious if James is good or not on this game. But on other games, you don't necessarily know. Aw, now wait a minute, guys. Why, that seems rude.
That sounds like James lost.
What are you talking about?
Well, time to see if
So was I
Joe's
right
gonna
about
screw us
Joe?
over.
Come on.
Is it? Are we going to be blaming Scott?
Haha!
No.
Wins.
Ta-da!
See, I was right.
What are the odds
See,
that it would
I-
be James
I
Romeo a
believe
second
you.
time?
I believed you,
Yeah.
Joe.
James,
I
I,
mean,
will say,
James-
we should
Cheated
choose the game.
eventually. Alright,
Where
actually,
the
you
odds
have
of
the
powers
other parts
were
of
the
believe to
same.
me.
I got the confide and Scott got the wiretap again.
Yeah.
We also totally could have had that. I could, if I had voted a different team up, it would have been fine.
Yeah, he had voted the one time that you were up.
Yeah.
After you were found out guilty, I double voted it up, and I think that if you had just voted it up at all, I think you would have just won.
Yeah, and I
Right back. I just gotta grab some water.
didn't think of it ahead of time.
I remember you're just screaming out of my mind, just please vote out, please.
Yeah, that double vote is actually very, very important. I got to remember that. Yeah, it was James and Romeo again, and James.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't even get to play.
I was gonna say,
just
James has
sat here
also leaked on 5 missions in 2 games.
I clicked on none, and I've been sussed out both times for no reason.
I'm a good boy, I promise. You only get 1 double vote. Why are some people marked red and some marked blue? That is the 2 teams. The blue team are the loyalists. The red team are the leakers. And then if you look at when you see the cards in the votes, it is totally random. That was just dumb luck and chance that Romeo and I got the villains again. The leakers again. I keep saying villains, but technically speaking, the red team is the good team. But
I like how Jace was on 4 of the 5 missions as a spy, and just he were trying to play the long con.
well, now to be fair, as I said, I was very upfront on mission 3 of I literally can't leak this because if
Yeah,
I
and
leak
that's
this,
why-
it burns me.
And that's the only reason I even approved him to go on that mission, because I was like, well, I don't even know if James is good or not, but if he goes on this mission and he does leak on it because he is bad, we know with 100%
Yeah.
certainty that he is bad.
Because Fluffles said that he confided in me and I confirmed that he was blue,
Yeah.
and no one fought against that.
Hmm.
But what was I going to do? Say, nah, he didn't confide in me, and then, like,
You
that's...
would have been
I
outing
would have also
yourself to
been.
him. Yeah.
And then poor me over here just didn't do anything. It's just like, it's Romeo. All I did was vote for yes. That's basically it.
But sometimes
Look,
those
to be
votes
fair-
can be the tricky bit.
Yeah, how you vote is very telling, and if you're just voting up on everything or down on everything or just voting in a crazy way, I'm pretty likely to just assume that you're bad and I can't trust you.
Ba, 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 bow, wow, wow. Get all this back up and running.
When I went to go grab my water, I went to go turn off a light, and I zapped myself on the light switch.
Oh, jeez.
That's nice.
Gotta be careful with those.
Yeah. Static shock.
Old Mara's lurking like a gherkin. Let me switch that to just 2 confides.
Ooh.
So, because the wiretap is very, very strong.
I was so excited to actually get to wiretap.
I think the snip is stronger.
It doesn't work for this type of game because the sniff is if you're playing with the agent, which is a special role, then you can pick one person to determine whether or not they are the
Yes,
agent.
But-
Should we? Should we even go for that when it's only?
No,
Five?
not with 5 players. I think that doing it with the agent role can be fun, but you definitely have to have more players.
Confide is tricky because Confide is really strong if you pick somebody who is also loyal. But if you pick somebody that's a spy, or if you pick someone that's a leaker, then they can use that as an in. They're like, oh yeah, we can totally be buddy for the rest of these missions, right?
But to be fair, it still worked out that last game because Fluffles did confide in a leaker, James, and we actually kind of used it against him by like forcing him to approve mission 3 just because he couldn't out himself there.
That's true.
That's fair.
My thing borked.
You should unbork.
What have you done?
Eh. Waiting for host to start the game. Did it accidentally make one of you guys the host?
I think
Lee is here.
Lee is here.
Are we winning?
We've had
No.
one and one.
Yep.
Ah,
Both times.
It was
James and Romeo were the
Yes.
leakers.
No.
Everyone's winning as long as they're having fun.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay, you know
Doesn't
what?
sound like Joe's winning.
Hold on. Let me. Let's just kick everyone here for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's just try that fresh. Lee, are you joining in?
Sure.
Oh man, do you have breath in your body?
I finished doing all the shoveling, and then I hopped into a very cold shower, and I am still hot.
Oh, apparently I'm overflow.
I'm working on it. Eh.
Overflow.
Yeah, I should
Overflow.
probably
Oh,
watch
no.
from the side here.
Has anyone else
Don't
seen
overflow.
Tiger Punk 2099? That is a great name, but
Oh no.
is that right?
Oh no.
Or maybe if you're a scholar main, you're ether flowing.
Yeah,
Give me
that,
one
that
second.
should be
No.
going to Republic of Jungle. It's like,
it is.
Yeah, I clicked the link and it went to the right place for me, so I don't know what happened.
Everyone's in there.
Leaker.
Oh, he's the leaker! How dare!
You don't know.
Well, he's already outed himself.
Ah, perfect. All right, so now everyone, you see, Steam page for this game has games listed for. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't
It's a lot of urge.
know what happened. I don't. That link is
I
working
also don't
fine.
know what happened.
All right, so a lot of Robert Downey Jr. See nothing but title screen. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to hit this, and then I come back here and I hide that, and now you can see things. I should be able to do that. Bam. You see my ugly mug in the corner, and then this little like stuff up here being like, look, it's Romeo and Lee and Scott and me and Fluffles and Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, there are 13 different kinds of animals to use as avatar. So now, there are 6 players. That is still so loud. So, 4 loyalists and still 2 leakers. I should probably see my blue card. Yeah, of course it's blue. Why wouldn't it be blue? It's always going to be blue. I'm a good
Oh,
one.
look,
Yep.
the blue card.
Yeah.
Now,
I am Bluetooth.
That's what they all say.
And you guys will also notice that with 6 players, the missions have gone from 2, now go 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. So again, missions 3 and 5, you need the right team.
All right. So, for those who aren't familiar, let's just
Oh,
It's
you
correct.
don't have to go on.
It's
the mission.
Beck. You do
Yeah.
not have to send yourself on the mission.
But thou mustn't.
Matt,
this is
A must.
tradition.
I have never actually played Paranoia, and I desperately want to.
Yeah, no, playing Paranoia is illegal. Just like everything in that game.
It's,
You do not have the proper clearance.
you are a troubleshooter. You see trouble, you shoot it. That's
Sounds fair.
yeah.
Oh, Romeo didn't like it.
That's the
Scott
first
did.
mission that Romeo didn't like.
I don't like
changed
losing
to an-
donors early.
That's fair.
As Romeo changed to a
Oh, now that they're blue, they're gonna say
agent
no
in
to
the other
everything.
direction.
Oh, I like it. Romeo immediately being like proven loyalty by saying no. I like it. Nah, I don't know. No, it's a reference to Paranoia. It's an RPG system that's like the world is
James.
run by a hi.
I don't trust you.
Good.
That
I don't
means
trust
he's
you
doing
either.
it right.
Correct. The day that you say you trust me is the day that I'm very concerned on that first mission.
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah, very corrupt
Go on and
agents.
stab all your friends.
Yeah,
That's more like it.
The other fun thing about Paranoia is it's all about rolling low. Rolling low is good. I know that much. Because I know that Will Wheaton has a dice curse, and when he plays D&D, he can't roll above a 4, and when he's playing Paranoia, he can't roll below an 18. It's insane. The man is dice cursed worse than Scott.
Man, that's pretty serious.
I know!
I have a friend who's just a luck leech when it comes to D&D. He will roll stupidly high every time, and everyone else will just fail everything.
I can't put Scott on the team.
And coach,
Okay. And you know what?
I get to participate.
He said
Yay!
they said no to a team. I'm willing to give them a shot.
I mean, I like this team. I think this is a great team.
listening
I mean-
hard.
I'm not on it, so
Oh,
Interesting. Very interesting.
interesting.
fitty.
Wait, James, why did you reject the team that you made?
I wanted to see how people were going to vote about it. I didn't actually trust the team.
It was a legit strategy.
When I'm blue, I don't know nothing. The only information I get is how people vote. So I'm looking at that going, at least said yes to that team. Which, it's early. No, not that big of a deal.
I was gonna say because
But-
I am also in the situation of I don't have any information, and while votes is one way of getting information, seeing how missions play out is another way of getting
Absolutely.
information.
Exactly.
And the mission of this mission is only 3 people. So it doesn't have to be the perfect team, which is nice. Yes, Zenthus, bats are so good.
I agree.
Bunny, I am reading chat.
Oh boy.
Oh, is he gonna try to pick the correct team that's not him, assuming that he is also part of the correct team?
Or going for that double fail.
Maybe. But I like
Thank you,
this
Bunny.
team.
I mean,
This whole thing stinks. I don't like it.
And neither did most other people.
look, we've got plenty of donors. We could
I
dump.
guess God is suspicious.
Funny is a strong word.
Every time we fail, it's
Yes.
$1 billion.
Yes, be it 6 players that are still 2 leakers. There will always be more than 50% of the team is loyalist. So if we go up to a 7th player, it will add a 3rd leaker, and then at 8 players, it'll stay at 3 leakers, etc., etc.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, don't worry about the money.
Because-
It's just the taxpayers cover that. So
Exactly.
It's fine.
Too
If
bad
the-
there's no
America.
mouse character, because then they could have added a 3rd squeaker.
Oh, you mutts.
Ugh.
Let's
Oh, that
try-
hurts.
Let's try this.
Man down. Man down.
Oh, I don't like that team.
Well, of course you don't. You're not on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean that the
All
team
right.
can't work.
I'm having
Oh, I don't-
difficulties because I'm not liking a lot of these teams, but we only have so many donations.
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
it's like eventually something has to go through.
Yeah, but
And
it doesn't have to be your
taxpayers will
team.
get angry.
I passed it, but I didn't like it.
Oh, that Lee. That's twice, man. I know you gotta watch out for them donors.
Look, if we didn't
Look.
already fail this twice on donors, but we were going through them fast.
Look,
Also
isn't it
also
the
B. It's
political way to bend to donors.
losing a donor is saying no to a team. It's not necessarily that a mission fails. Like a mission can fail, and that won't hurt the donors.
Ah, figures.
Oh, it was leaked, and that was. I don't know.
I mean, mission 2.
It's mission
Yeah.
2 never.
It's always gonna freaking happen.
Unless you're
They-
very lucky.
Yeah.
I didn't like that team.
L
I
blames
didn't like that
Scott.
team.
I didn't like that team either, but running low on
Running
donors
low on
the rest of the
donors.
game.
Yeah.
A Look. We got the confine action. That'll help.
All I
you
knew
will-
was I didn't want James on my team.
Why? I'm good though.
Yeah, but we were on the first mission together. You know that never turned out well.
I know. That's why I had to say no to your team because you were making the team and you were on it. But
Yeah, that's fair.
the problem,
Omar,
Scott,
which
is
rodent do you blame?
is that you and I
You,
could both be
Someone
good,
trust me.
and it becomes a problem. When Scott
Yeah,
and I are
'cause
both
eventually
good,
we have to be on a team together.
that's true. B. We will have to veto a lot of missions later on. Oh, see now
That's
this one's
Since I came in
I
late,
just-
is this just regular rolls? Or
just
is there any
regular
fancy
rolls.
Just
Yep.
regular.
That's
Yeah.
regular.
So Romeo, did you say that somebody has confided in you just now?
No. Bunny said that she trusts me.
Oh, yeah. Bunny says
Oh.
they trust.
Does anyone want to reveal any information about who they confided in?
I will reveal that I did confide.
Oh.
Bum bum bum.
Okay.
I will reveal that Lee. I will reveal that Lee's a blue boy. Put
Oh,
him in.
good.
Put him in, coach.
So we know
Okay.
Lee is good, even though he's a leaker.
That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm good, but I am. So put me in too.
It's LEE, not LEA. It's different.
Yeah,
I guess in this case it is.
he's throwing vegetables.
Look, just don't start leaking all over the place.
No promises.
He's
Also,
a
hi,
leaky
Phoenix.
hippo.
It's like that cloudy with a chance of meatballs joke. There's a leak in the boat.
So this team is implying that Scott was the bad boy.
It would imply that, yes.
Waffles.
I am being left out.
My only hope is that if this team does go through, maybe they're both on it.
Oh.
Okay. It didn't go through.
Huh.
I wanted to see how the votes went, and that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Not only is that a lot closer than thought it was going to be, Lee. You, me, and Scott were the three that said no to that.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awkward.
That is correct.
See, I was fine with that team.
I'm scared, guys.
Much concern.
Yeah, Lee is the leaker because he gathers leaks. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
he's here to
The
cover up the
solution-
leaks.
The solution is just put 4 of me up on the team.
Well, yeah, that's definitely the easiest one.
Do I trust Scott?
Never. But I mean, you could potentially put him on the
mean-
mission if you want.
I'm a good
You know
guy,
what?
but I don't know.
I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna put Romeo on there, and I'm making it so Romeo's the only person who's had a leaked mission to see if he was
Ooh.
the one who leaked.
But that implies
I mean,
that
it's
there's a
technically
double
true.
leak because there's two people, so it's still scary. So this is implying that them Thomas boys would be bad.
And I don't.
Then we did the double spy, and also
Yeah.
Scott laid low this first mission.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if-
I don't think that that's going to be the case just because I don't think they would
Yeah.
have double spied.
We are also burning through.
I know.
these
I'm
very quickly, but
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. There are
We all
resources.
are.
There's a reason.
Look,
The
that
taxpayer
donor was
dollars.
a hospital.
Yeah, they're a resource to be used. It's fine.
Yes, but by using them, we're depriving the world of more hospitals.
I mean,
Oh,
Look.
please. These are donors. There was no way they were going to donate to hospitals.
Fair enough.
harsh but fair.
it's like, look, these may be
Alright.
donors, but it's like that one was McDonald's. so who
I
cares?
want to believe in you.
Oh, thank you.
And
I
then
can
the rest
believe
of
in
you.
you.
Yes, it's like I'm the only one that is 100% without a doubt cleared. Everyone else scares me.
As they should.
I wouldn't say 100%, but
Well, no one fought him on.
Yeah, no one
on
argued it. So
confiding, so I'm confident that Lee is
Yeah.
good. It's just a matter of what
Because
about
if I was lying,
everybody
someone would have
else?
called me on it.
you're right.
Also, Wraithbow, I agree. Half the time, I don't put any thought into my voting or suggesting the teams.
Oh yeah.
But that again applies.
So Bun, confide makes it so that you show your loyalty to another player. So in this case, Lee chose to show me his card. So my controller, my phone, tells me that Lee confided in me, and I know that he's blue. That unfortunately for Lee doesn't tell him that I'm good.
It does not.
I am though. Oh,
That's why I'm trying to believe, but everything else is like.
Yeah, the scary thing is we have so few donors left already, and it's like we still need to get 2 more successes. So
If something goes south, I'm hoping that the second, like, rogue
the
agent
second
or whatever
confide.
it's called. Yeah. Is it set to just confide or?
It is
it...
currently set to
Yeah.
just confide.
Okay.
Only the loyalists can get the confide ability. But obviously you can reveal your loyalty to a leaker, and it's just like, well, that's not necessarily as helpful.
Christ.
I had a feeling.
Okay.
Was it Romeo or James, or maybe both?
I mean, or
There's
Scott.
no
or
way
Scott.
3 times
Yeah,
in a
it's-
row.
We actually took.
You said Romeo and
Or no,
James.
sorry,
as
I
opposed
meant
to
to
Romeo
say
and
Scott. I meant to say Scott.
I just took
I mean,
the
It,
wiretap
it
out
could
of this
also
game.
be James. Unfortunately, it's just.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
the
reset
that
it.
is
that is wiretap.
I
'cause
I
it must
reset
have
it.
Defaulted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we're gonna get the wiretap. So the wiretap is that these are only loyalist abilities. So one of the loyalists is now going to get to see if another player has ever leaked.
Although, funnily enough, it would be useless to wiretap me because I have
Yeah.
not been in a mission.
Correct.
What I did was I wiretapped Romeo because they were on 2 missions. They have never leaked.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
That is true.
And is
That's an
anyone gonna
interesting
is,
claim?
yeah, I was like, is anyone gonna
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, I was gonna say,
refute
thus far nobody has refuted it.
Well, it's just that's a really interesting claim for me because I had the wiretap, and the really odd thing about it is that I wiretapped Romeo, and he was bad. But the fact that Joe said the same person with a different result, that's
Although
And
I
it is
I
much
will
quicker on
say
the draw.
first, I will not. This may just be the game, but it doesn't say that I was wiretapped.
Well, now I will say,
It doesn't
If-
the wiretapped individual does not know that they have been wiretapped.
unless they are
That's
bad.
true.
If you are a leaker and you are tapped, the game will tell you that. But if you are loyal, you
It's
know
not bad
nothing.
then.
Well, supposedly. Well, look, so it's either Joe and Romeo are both good, or Scott and Romeo are both bad.
No, because Scott, because I know that Romeo
it's-
didn't poke that, and because I'm good, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do the wiretap. I know Scott is bad.
yeah, it's either I'm bad or they're both bad, which I already kind of suspected they were both bad, but I wiretapped Romeo because I couldn't be sure that Joe was
Oh, right.
yeah, because for me it's like it could be both of them or it could be one of them. I actually, in retrospect, Joe's the one I should have wiretapped, although he yeah, that was stupid on my part. Now that I'm actually looking at the missions, for some reason I thought Romeo was the one that was with me on mission 2.
So, I mean, the problem is that means that this is either really bad or it's okay. The problem is that I don't know about the other people.
Look, I'm good. You can trust me, James. I haven't been bad yet.
Battle, you have 18 seconds left, and also you only need to pick 3 people on this team.
Yeah, but we've also already had 2 fails. My point is we need to figure out the correct team eventually.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, I think you guys and me might be the team. So I think
That's how I feel.
I think I'm willing to gamble.
I don't know. I don't trust Joe.
I think that
Yeah.
Or Romeo.
Well, we'll
Look,
have to see.
I mean, these votes are correct for my suspicions.
I'm going. I'm going to say here
It
that
fails. I mean, it's like
Joe went for
It-
the wiretap
there's a-
first, so if he's bad, then I got to at least admire the gumption, and the game's over here anyway.
But I think it's these three and Lee.
So we're gonna find out.
Or it could be Lee and James are lying from the start, and they're both the bad guys.
so it's none of us because
Right, because
The
at this
game
point we
had to
would have
be
just
even.
ended the game right here if one of us was bad.
So we know the team in the game is effectively over. We just gotta do the last mission.
Yes, indeed.
So I just need to double check something here. Because from your perspective, yes, but technically speaking, unfortunately, Fluffles has not been on a mission, and you've been on one mission that also happened to have Scott. So technically speaking, for us, we don't know that you're clear over Fluffles.
Who, me?
Yeah.
The one that.
Oh, right. No, the one that gave me the confide.
He's
Oh.
The one that is the 100% loyalist?
Oh, yeah. Never mind. that actually makes a big difference. Yeah. And I'm very specifically the one who would know that. Look.
Yeah. This is what I get for confiding in you. Jeez.
Look,
James
just
is chimsing it up.
no. I'm playing a social deduction game well, right? Someone confided in me, and I still don't trust them.
You're overly suspicious here.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I
So then, yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, this is it.
Or is it?
It's super red.
Yeah, it's.
I was concerned for a minute. That's a lot of thumbs.
Now I
Only
wish
one
I
or
had
two
thumbs
vote.
up it.
Yes, B, technically speaking, you could do double votes to try to tie it up, but then everyone still
I was
had
the
their
only person who
doubles.
used the double.
We
No, I
had a
already
couple
used
in the
mine.
bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate for me that like Fluffles never got on a mission, so
Yeah.
I had to be the super shady one, and I was like and then once Joe got the wiretap and used it
Yeah.
on Romeo, I was like, oh, I have to claim this, and it's gonna sound like such BS, but it's literally all
The
I can
only
do, and
option.
it's not enough.
Yeah.
I
it
was
was
also on the third mission when even though Falafel hadn't been on a mission yet, the third mission he approved it even though he wasn't on it. I'm like, okay, that's super sus.
Okay.
So
I was
he-
approving it because I was figuring that, might as well throw some chaos in there.
Yes, Bun, and that's what happened there. The four players on that mission all doubled up their vote, and then Scott doubled down their vote. But,
I did everything
Scott
I
was-
could.
Scott was a little outnumbered there. So what's nice about this version here on like this Jackbox style is it then shows how every mission went in case you forget. So
Yep,
this
I
shows
laid
first
low on mission
was-
one
yeah,
because I
James
was
and
like, I'm
Scott.
not gonna out myself that early.
He laid low. And then the third mission was this, and Scott leaked it.
Yep.
And you can even see who voted on each mission. Then it shows Lee confided in James, which James promptly forgot.
Uh-huh.
but we remembered.
No, Bun. If you're gonna double your vote, it doubles whichever one you vote. So
Yes.
you can only double up or double no. You can't split your vote
You can only do it once per game. so
once
you
per
gotta
game.
pick.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big wiretap.
That was a huge wiretap, and that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to switch it over to two confides, because I think the wiretap, at least on a smaller group, is fairly strong.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
strong. And we had switched it, but
Yeah.
then since the room was restarted, it reset,
Reset.
to the default.
Okay, so let me put you back. Republic of Jungle.
This was like my first time ever being a leaker, though.
Oh yeah, you were a bad boy. You
Yeah.
Damn.
You
I just
you
wish I
did
could have
it.
done more.
Ba-ba-ba-now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bow. Bow, bow, wow, bow. Oh, come on, game. Don't.
Burger's mouths. Yeah, you're right. That's never ended poorly for anyone.
No, never. Oh, maybe let's refresh the page.
The
It-
fact that my,
It-
the fact that my name can be abbreviated down to 3 letters is always an amazing thing.
My name can't be abbreviated down to 3 letters. It just is 3 letters.
Leonardo is not 3 letters.
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
Okay, this should be confined. And I will also point out, this is still in beta, so if this breaks, it's beta. The closed beta, too. So it's like, give a game some time. If you're enjoying this, I got the 2 links up there. The first one is wishlisting it on Steam, and the second one is signing up for the closed beta. Leonardo.
Funny, I
is
never
a
said
very
anything.
I don't know what animal this is, but I have to pick it because it looks
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No,
Oh, it's
Bunny,
an owl.
Bunny never said that you were reading the names wrong out loud. It's just in your head. You're reading the names wrong. She just knows.
Nice.
How's it going, Cyan?
From the little image that they give you, the owl looked like a frog.
Yeah, a little bit on the screen. And then real quick, I can just go. So you see the characters here. I'm just going to quickly cycle so you can see the other characters that we're not doing. Got like a general gator. You get like a business elk. You get a news gorilla. You get a moose. You get like a moose. Get a pig. Get a rhino. Look at that guy. He's got like a cigar and stuff. And then, yes.
Well,
Look at these advisors. President Puma is surely in safe hands. Of course, President Puma is always in good hands. Oh, perfect. I've got blue hands today.
Yeah, Bunny, of course you're a good bunny. I don't think you'd want to be bad bunny.
I am also a blue boy.
From what I hear,
Never
Bad Bunny makes good money. So, you know. Though Alea worked one Bad Bunny concert and said it was the worst concert she'd ever worked. No, Bad Bunny's a rapper.
Yeah.
Our bunny. Our bunny is not Bad Bunny. It's Scott first.
All right, let's get this over with.
Blue team,
Trust
go.
me, Scott.
Come on, Scott.
He's been indoctrinated.
Let's go, Scott.
It's more that I'm resigned to my fate.
So the danger B is obviously, yes, you can try to leak the first mission. It has definitely, absolutely happened many times before.
And it can be very effective. if done
Yeah,
right.
Lee, you actually were out shoveling, but our first game, Romeo and I were the 2 bad players. We were both on mission 1, and we pulled off a double fail somehow.
Well,
Even
the way
though-
James says is they were very lucky because he wasn't really paying attention and covered it up like by accident.
Yeah.
But it just so happened that Romeo leaked it.
No,
so
no.
it-
Other way around.
Other way around.
Or,
Oh.
yeah.
I leaked it, but it defaulted to leak, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. And then it worked out, and I was like, huh.
For the afterwards, when like it shows the recap and they have like special names for things, so they have a name for 2 people being on the same thing. And
Yes.
Yes.
What did they call it?
I don't
like
remember.
synergistic leak or something like that.
Yeah.
Synergic leak.
Synergic leak.
Yeah.
The synergic leak, yeah.
If someone does not successfully do the double fail, I wonder what that's
Oh,
called.
I want to see.
I would like to see that sometime tonight.
I
Just
would like to
double
see
fail. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
So how's it going, my Nick?
hello, Plank. Hello, Cyan. What is this? This is Republic of Jungle. And
If
this
you've ever
is
played Resistance or any other social deduction-y kind of game, that's what it is. We're all pretending to be people, and some people are not those people.
I
I
not
feel
sure.
like I nailed the description perfectly.
I'm not sure I like the way you said it, but yes. Yes, if you are both bad and you both put it in, it's just game over.
That's game
Unless
over.
it's the final one.
Unless it's right. If it's the final one, who cares? Or if you happen to be playing with enough players, if you're at like 7 or more, you can have 2 people fail and it's not necessarily bad
Because there's a third one.
because there's a third one. But like right now, it'd be pretty bad. Joe, oh, pick the good team, Joe. I like this team already.
Owl!
Ow, man.
Why?
I like the owl being like, yes, this is a
You
team.
still look like a frog.
It looks a little froggy.
This is
He's not a,
just
he's not a chicken. He's a owl.
No.
Yeah, the owl does have one hell of a mustache. Also,
That passed very easily.
yeah. Oh man,
Yep.
owl's got a pipe. Look at that now.
distinguished owl. Yes.
Yes.
I have concerns.
As
Oh,
do
also,
I.
also, yes. Typically speaking, when you look at the visuals of the game and you see, oh, nice.
Okay, that's
I
surprising.
have less concerns.
I have, yeah.
I'm a good
You
boy.
could have guessed correctly there.
I mean, it's possible. Look at all this blue.
Where's this laying low?
And look, and Scott was blue on the first mission. So what's there we go.
That's not how that works. I mean, in this case, you're right,
Uh huh.
but
that means
It's super not how it
that means
works,
we got time to figure this out.
yeah.
Now, of course, that team also could have had 2 bad players, and they wanted to very carefully not
That's
do the
true.
both.
It could have been both of the bad people, and they tripped over each other.
But
I kind of want to believe in the dream, because I know that I am the 4th good person. I kind of want to
So you say.
well, yes, I say it because it's true.
Uh-huh.
Just bada bing, bada boom, bada bam.
I mean,
Memes.
Or you're doing this to try to throw
I think we
people
can do a
off.
one and done.
N-O.
I like this team.
That's what I was going for, yeah.
who's picking this next? Fluffles? No, vetoing the mission does not change the number of members on the team. It's just a full team going through is how you switch to the next one. So this mission will be 4 players until we get a successful 4-player mission.
And look at it this way. I'm trying to go for the one and done victory. If this doesn't work, it only makes me look bad.
Oh, this. I
Oh.
really don't like this.
I have a feeling I'm about to look bad, which is really unfortunate because I'm not bad.
Yeah. There were 2 double thumbs up on that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not one of the ones that voted it up. I'm
Well,
here
yeah,
and I
because I want to make
desperately...
sure that it goes through so we win.
Oh, I desperately dislike this.
Well, based on the votes, I don't think we're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm now very suspicious.
Oh, how the hell is suspicious?
No.
Yep.
Yes, be suspicious. Yes, be suspicious.
So that means that somebody on the second mission passed it when they didn't have to.
Or
Not-
you're bad.
Yes,
I mean,
but that's
from
not
your
the case.
perspective, yes. If you are still loyal, then yes, that's what you see.
Like I said, I know it looks shitty, and I when I made the mission, hoping for the best, I knew it was going to be like that.
Oh,
But
But
that was-
I promise you,
Lee, if you're good, you better get this confined because it's kind of
I-
important.
I know.
Romeo confided in me saying that he is a good boy.
Okay. Well, that's even more concerning.
I agree.
That's funny.
Oh, here we go
Oh,
again,
here comes,
Scott.
here comes, here
Because
comes.
I got the confide and Lee can confirm it.
No.
Yeah, but Lee looks suspicious.
Oh, Lee is bad.
Oh wait, actually no, I take it back.
Okay.
Like I had tabbed out, and it wasn't it. No, Scott actually did confide in me.
No,
Did he?
I've got a thing. I confided in myself.
Oh, jeez.
Because
Okay.
I believe
So-
in me.
So it sounds like Fluffles and Romeo are in cahoots because you'll notice that, Fluffles claimed to confide in Romeo. Was that what you said?
No, I said Romeo confided in me.
Oh, well, either way. One said they confided in the other, and the other one confirmed it. So that means they're both lying. And,
Are
well,
we?
technically it's a he said, she said, except for Lee, who knows.
Yes, I 100% know that Scott is good, and I apologize for the delay. I had already tabbed by after hearing the Romeo thing, and I was like,
Well,
oh, here
It
comes
was also because I was slow to do it. It's funny because he was like, "I confided in Fluffles," and I'm like, "That's funny because I have it on my screen. I haven't even finished it yet."
Oh. Okay, Lee, is this a good idea?
No.
Anything with
I agree.
Romeo and or Fluffles on it is a bad idea.
It's basically we have the two pairs that the rest of us have to pick between.
I agree with Bunny. I think Scott and Lee are in cahoots.
It's either Scott and
you
Lee are
would
in
say
cahoots.
that.
It's either Scott and Lee are in cahoots or Fluffles and Romeo are in cahoots.
I mean, technically, me and Scott are in cahoots, but on the not leaker team.
You heard it. He said
There's-
they're in cahoots.
there's
That means they're
also-
bad.
There's also a potential Looney Tunes universe where Scott is good but Lee is not.
That is technically a possibility that, like,
Lee's over there
But-
being like, I didn't
but
get the
to be
confide,
fair-
but that's because he didn't
to
need to
be
look
fair,
at it.
the weird thing about that would be that means that Fluffles or Romeo is on the good team and still lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
AC.
That's right. Speaking of cahoots, there's an owl. He's got all the cahoots.
That is
So
the
we
point,
should have
E-Burger.
known. He was bound to be in cahoots with somebody.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Look, I know Romeo made this team, but I'm
But
okay
Romeo
with it.
made it? Ugh.
I'm
Look,
okay with
here's-
it.
here's the
Strange that
thing.
Romeo made it, but I voted for it.
Here's the thing. Technically
I
speaking,
don't
this
like this.
team should be fine. But as I'm not on it, I want just a little bit more safety.
But if we win this, technically, if we win this one, then we win because we got two successful missions already.
Correct.
If we do this and it fails, then we have to pick the right team.
Right.
immediately.
That's why I'm like, I want to let this go so that I can make the team. There's a part of me that wants to try to have fun with this.
Do it. Have fun, James.
Me, you, and Scott, baby, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see the.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'd
Look,
say
Joe, you are the other good one, but you have
Joe,
to sit
you're
on the
number 4.
sideline.
You're gonna be there for mission 5.
here's
It's
the,
fine.
here's the thing.
I
have
Mission 5 if we do
from
this
my perspective, if I want to try to go for the blue here, I have to have it be.
You know
this.
what? That's fine. You can take your nepotism. I'll still vote for it.
Because of just that one weird bit where it's possible that Lee is not good.
Look, I'm still okay with it.
I dislike it.
There was a piece of me that
There's a lot of votes.
yes, if
That's fine.
Yes, if this mission is successfully blue, it's game over, blue team wins. Which is what we want, because we're blue. Well, it's what I want, because I'm blue. I don't know about the rest of these yahoos.
I'm blue.
Look, I know that I'm blue, and I know that Scott's blue.
There's a part of me that really wanted to make that team Fluffles, Romeo, and Lee just to see what would happen.
To see if we can get the double fail.
But if it didn't double fail, then I was like, I just wasted an opportunity to end this good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually tell me anything. So yeah. We win.
Yeah. That was a bold play trying to claim the confide because I hadn't said anything yet, so you were the ones making the first claim.
Yeah, it was a bold claim, but
Yeah,
also,
I was trying to...
but to be fair, it was honestly a good play just because we had already gotten 2 blue points.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's no time for messing around. You got to just gun for something.
And honestly, like it even worked against me, who was the one who was confided in, because just the way you came out first in clear, and then Scott delayed and went, well,
Yep.
but actually, which is what he did the previous game when he was faking it, and it's just, just the timing was the same. So I believed you right up until I double checked and saw that
Yep.
he confided in me.
Yep.
And that's actually why I chose you as the one I confided in, because I felt like you gave me the strongest chance of being more convincing, because I knew that I had to prove it to you, and then you would help me convince the others.
Good times.
Okay.
I think that's my first game in this system where we didn't go to Mission 5.
We didn't go to Mission 5, and we didn't really use that many donors. We saved all the money.
Save the money.
Saved the money.
Billions of dollars for me.
Also, I just want to show this real quick. This is like your facts, they're fiction. You can
They're facts. Who's
who's
facts? Who's fiction?
Ho, ho, ho,
Oh,
ho, ho, ho,
You remember
ho.
that show, Fact or Fiction?
Yeah.
No, I think that was before I was born.
Don't make us
Oh,
dirt.
I'm so old.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, look at you defaulting back to wiretap. I think that
Yeah,
the
I think
double
I-
confide is nicer
Yeah.
for this size of a group, personally.
Because,
Double
Confide...
sniff, but don't add agents.
Confide is still good, but without being super powerful. Because
Right.
the wiretap is just in a way, it can end up exonerating 2 people or
Yup.
exonerating 1 person and damning another. It's pretty
It's
pretty
pretty
strong.
What does the agent do?
The agent at the start of the game gets to know who the leakers are, so they have all of the information to help the blue team. But at the end of the game, if the leakers lose, one of the players on the leakers team gets to try to call out the agent, and if they're right, they win instead. So
Honestly, with this size of a group, that might actually work pretty well.
it
since there's
could be
two.
okay.
The problem is, unless you have a big enough group that it breaks every game down to a 15% chance or a 33% chance of just the bad guys winning, regardless of how the actual game goes.
Right, because they can just, even if they don't get any clues, it's just like, well, there's only 4 good players. I can just take a shot in the dark, and there's a 25% chance of just winning, regardless of how we did in the game. And that can be a little eh.
Yeah,
So,
I've always hated that part of it.
yeah, I think that it's better with larger groups.
Also, Bunny just hitting us in the old. You guys are old.
Yeah, just because Bunny's over there being
Hey, take me out of
toddler.
this.
Y'all have your youth back in my day. We didn't have internets or electricity.
Back in my day, if I wanted to get on the internet, someone had to get off the dang phone. And then I had to listen to the computer screech in pain for 10 minutes.
Too close to home. I remember that.
Back in my day, the internet was a hoop and a stick.
What, did you use that stick to send smoke signals?
Oh, essentially.
Oh, if we hadn't invented fire yet.
Eh. Hey, Zirkos, welcome back. Yes, my empowered editor back. Although I need, if any of you know, like, magical weather powers, it's supposed to rain the entirety of next week, and I'm just like, I swear that if somebody, if a tree comes down because of a week of rain again, I'm going to punch someone.
Right before your stream started, I browned out like 2 or 3 times. That was fun. So I was trying to get the promotional video out. It's just my computer keeps restarting.
I'm on the same power grid as a hospital, so I rarely lose power for long.
Oh, see, let me tell you a story about something like that. So, I used to be on the same power grid as the local hospital, and we had a giant, devastating nor'easter. Took out power for like everywhere.
See it playing.
Except for me. The power for me was fine because we were on the same power grid as the hospital. That said, the next day, the fire department came to take out a branch that was over one of the lines on my street, and then they messed up, and then we were out of power for 2.5 weeks, longer than everyone else in town.
Oh. Boo.
Also, Beeburger, that's why I picked the lizard, because the lizards rule the government.
Yeah. Also, good job, Scott. Good job being a good boy. Keep that up, and maybe you'll be on another mission.
Big easy like big.
Damn.
I don't trust you.
Something.
I don't trust you either.
All right. I don't trust Scott. Scott doesn't trust me. Put us both on, Coach.
No,
I
I
trust
disagree
both
with
of
this
you.
plan. I also don't want him on the mission.
I want both Scott and James on a mission with me.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea.
So what
Somehow
I'm,
comes up as a triple fail.
What I'm hearing is that this is the team, right?
No.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I mean,
Do
Cut
it,
everybody.
please.
it could
Do
be.
it.
I don't know.
This is such a dumb, bad idea.
What? Look, the first mission means nothing, right?
All right. Scott, tell me why James shouldn't be on the team, and James, tell me why Scott shouldn't be on the team.
I don't trust you, Lee. When you start asking those questions too early, I'm starting to think that Scott's okay and you're not so okay.
I think we should both be on the mission because that never ends well for anybody.
Yeah, but the first mission means nothing, Scott. Boy, that's worse.
No, this is better.
Look, you're the one that's like, you're asking questions. You must be bad. I'm sorry for asking questions. It's such a Dr. Guy.
That's how you look at-
Those were not words at the end.
Wow, this got proved way too easy.
I mean, I think it's a
Kinda did.
fantastic idea.
I'm okay with James not liking it. I don't know if I'm okay with everybody else
Yeah.
liking it.
Yeah, there's some definite red flags.
Red flag.
Let's hope they're just metaphorical red
Yeah.
flags and not literal ones.
James said no to the team. James is the only one that said no to the team. Just putting that out there.
I
I'm-
trust Lee.
I'm not surprised it leaked, but I am disappointed.
There's a bad Thomas. I don't know which one.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Just
Yeah.
Fluffy and Romeo both said yes to the team, and one of
Yeah.
them's good. Maybe both of them. Oh.
Lee, I'm confiding in you. You can trust me.
He did confide in me, and I do
But-
trust him.
But can we trust Lee?
Always blame
Yes.
Scott. All right, President Puma, what'd you do this time?
Look, I know someone from his gene pool is guilty. I don't know if it's him or if it's Joe.
I mean, if you're talking gene pool, then wouldn't James also qualify since he's cousin?
Yeah, but I'm good. I voted down that team. I'm the only one.
Honestly, that is the main reason why I don't immediately suspect James, because James was the only one that was like, this team sucks.
This team's bad. And then, oh look, it was bad.
Who was the one?
I'm trusting Romeo. Don't betray me, Romeo. Romeo.
Romeo and
Oh.
Fluffles are the two that upvoted that mission but weren't on it.
All right, I'm going to say,
Why are you questioning?
I don't think it was a double.
I trust Lee, but I don't think it was a double either. And so I'm like, I don't like that.
Actually, the fact that Romeo
That's right.
upvoted that makes me suspicious.
Yeah, Joe, those.
You
those
would
two
have been part of the
things.
double, Joe. So I would hope you don't think it was a double. I don't.
He's like, I trust Lee, but maybe it was a double.
I don't think it was a double.
But the fact that you had to clarify that after saying you trust Lee.
Well, yeah, because I don't trust you.
Oh.
Or yourself.
Trust nobody
What do we got?
ever.
I mean, Fluffles is good. Even if you don't believe that I'm good, no one else has disputed the confide. So
Yeah.
Fluffles is 100% good.
Yeah,
Put
I
him on
definitely
every
don't
mission.
dispute that. I agree that Fluffles. Oh, come on! You're going for the double spy.
I'm going for the double spy.
I vehemently.
I know I'm
oppose it.
good. Scott has I know I'm good. Lee has said that Fluffles is good, and no one's argued that. I think this is a strong chance at a double spy, and I want to see it.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
do you put me in this position?
Because I think you're one of them.
I'm not
opposed to
100% not one of them.
I know. Well, you know. I don't know.
So then my question becomes, do I think that you're not one of them?
Also, it suddenly occurs to me, now that I've already put in my vote.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
If
like it.
no one is arguing Fluffles, the double fail there doesn't do me any good. If no one's arguing Fluffles, I know that's got a double fail. That doesn't teach me anything. Ah!
Yep.
The confide makes my fun run not necessary. Oh,
Fun.
thank you all for turning that dumbness down.
Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh.
Turned down for dumb.
Burp, burp, burp. I can only hunt for the double fail if I'm on it. Oh. Put me in, coach.
Well, I know there's a badman on that team.
I got
Just
the
don't know
nervous.
if there's one or two.
I'm sorry, Bun. You got confused. So, we know people are bad. That's what we know.
You know I'm good.
Yes. Fluffles, 100% good. That is the one thing that everyone can agree on.
He is a pure cinnamon roll.
He did the
Oh,
confide.
that was double.
Ooh,
Interesting.
okay.
I already used my double down vote, so that means it was Joe who double up voted that.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I was trying to get both
I-
leakers on the team so that they would either both not leak and we get a success, or they both leak and we see, haha, two of those people are bad. But from my perspective, I already know two of those people are bad. Because Fluffles confided in Lee, and Lee said he's blue. If that's not true, then someone else would be able to say, hey, that's not what happened. And nobody argued that, so that's what happened.
It also is possible to skip the confide, so maybe someone just skipped it.
That is true.
True.
but they didn't.
Well, yeah, I keep saying good and bad because it's so instinctual to be like the blue team good,
Yeah.
red team bad. But the blue team is the corrupt loyalist governments trying to cover up information, and the
Yeah, I
red
was
team
gonna
are
say.
leakers trying to get that information out to the public of what's actually
Yeah,
going
but
on in
it's
government.
but it's much easier especially for people who aren't familiar with the game,
Right.
to identify blue team as good team and red team
Right.
as bad team.
It's the same thing with resistance. Technically speaking, the blue team is terrorists, and the red team is undercover agents trying to stop the terrorists.
Oh,
So then this task force is really task forcing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Romeo. Okay.
There it goes.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what all that steam is?
Okay.
This vote was actually reasonably easy for me.
my connection to the Discord stream died, so I have to
Oh no.
pull stuff back up. Okay. Yes, I like this game.
I didn't because again I don't believe that they're a double.
Yeah, that
Double spy.
would assume that Joe and I were both spies.
Well, to be fair, Lee, I'm not exonerated yet, so it still could have been one of. Oh no, I was on that team. Never mind. I'm dumb.
I think James just outed himself.
No, I'm trying to make
James-
sure that
James
blue
like, but
players-
I could be bad. Wait.
I.
All right. I'm leaning Scott gooder than Joe, so theoretically Scott could make. And this is probably the team that I would have made anyway.
The
so.
donors are half gone already.
Yep.
What was it?
I'm-
$3 billion, $4 billion? Who's counting?
I'm hoping this is the team.
Look, what's a couple of orphanages between corrupt political officials?
Think of
'Cause
all
I-
the yachts.
Because the way I see things is Joe was on mission 2 and Romeo did upvote it, even though he
Yeah.
wasn't on the team.
Hey, look
What
what
about
other
the
team!
one?
Look what other team was
Yeah.
just upvoted without Romeo on it.
Yeah. The votes here are more concerning than I would like, admittedly.
So Cyan, donors are just it's the resources loyalists lose when a mission is refused. It's we can tell the game. We can basically say no to. I'm assuming to 7 missions. I assume that we just fail on the 8th refusal.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, look at that.
That's looking pretty good.
It's not proof, but it's pretty strong.
B, we're gonna try very hard not. Oh, I'm sorry. You're in your Simpsons quote.
May I see it? No.
No. No, I said
Oh, I just
steamed
saw-
hams.
I saw an interesting rendition of that earlier. It's drawn in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style. That
I've
was
I've
fantastic.
seen I've seen so many different variants
Oh,
of
yeah.
steamed hams. There's so many.
It's weird that one scene became so popular.
I know.
It's a good scene.
Yeah.
That was a great
Uh,
episode in general.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
It's from The
But-
Simpsons, Bunny.
Oh God, what have I done? How do I look at the thing again? Oh geez.
Which thing are you
Okay, I
looking at?
fixed it.
Done.
I
Okay.
did the dumb thing where I clicked on the Discord stream thing, like I want to click on him. And then it just went like the camera went away. And I went, oh God, what have I done?
Look, Lee, there's no downside to me. Look at all that blue.
there is no downside to you. I'll do it.
Oh,
I'm fine with this.
I like this team.
I don't like that he was so confident with that there's no downside.
Well, because I mean, if there was a bad person on the last mission, there was no reason not to be bad about it.
I mean, probably. But like, meh. I'm just scared. I don't like being blue. I don't like being red. No, I was right the first time. I don't. I don't like being blue because I don't know things.
He's very confused.
Okay.
Yeah,
About to say, there was a moment of suspicion of just, wait a minute, what if Lee actually was
I
bad
know!
and he
How
was
was that?
ignoring
That crossed my
the law?
mind.
Leaking is not automatic, Phoenix. You have the choice to leak or not.
I was being a good boy.
You was being a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Romeo
was
with
Scott.
all
Oh,
the
and
people
Scott
on
is
the
Eggman again in the
for me
shadows.
to prove it. He voted for that, and I'm like, oh, why?
So why would you ever leak? Because you only win the game if you leak 3 missions. You have to get 3 leaked missions, otherwise you lose. If you're the red team.
And
If you're the-
leaking isn't automatic.
Yeah, if you're the blue team, you have to cover up. That's automatic. Yeah, or
And there's-
yes, or if we exhaust all the donors, then the red team also wins.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily want to leak given the opportunity, because if you feel like you're in a compromised position and
Right.
you want to pretend like you're a good guy, you'd be like, look, this mission passed because I'm a good guy.
And we got our 3 successful blues, so the game is over. Blue team wins. So
Unfortunately, I think this game is great, but I think it does suffer from the unfortunate effect of confusing terminology
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
someone who's not familiar with it. Whereas in Resistance, it was pretty straightforward. It's like you can either succeed a mission or fail a mission.
Yeah, right.
Is cover up
Cover
or
up or
leak,
leak.
which is a little more ambiguous.
All right. What's the theme for the next Cross the Obelisk stream? Lee will probably
no
figure that
idea.
out morning of.
Scott, what's it gonna be?
I was just gonna say I'm brainstorming already. I'll let you know if I think of a good one.
A stealth run.
Oh, actually, that coincides with an idea that just popped into my head. It's not typically like top tiered. It's kind of silly. But I think it could actually be really interesting if we focused on it, and it stealth would synergize well with it. What if we did like a mark heavy build? Like lots of vulnerability in mark. Like that guy's just gonna die. Like
See, I've tried to
maximize.
do
like
a mark build
assassination.
before. I've tried to do a mark build before, but it doesn't work very well because there's very few cards that actually apply mark.
Yeah, because it really boils down to you have to have 4 scouts, and then the only one that actually specializes in mark realistically is Andrin.
Sylvie does a little bit of mark, but not that much.
Yeah.
Leak.
You kitty. I'm a kitty.
You kitty.
Yeah, I'm a kitty cat.
I still also have
And
real
then
life
that's-
kitty
that's-
curled up next to me.
And then that's not dead.
I'm a kitty cat. I dance, and I dance.
Cat. I'm a kitty cat.
This kitty cat does more sleeping than dancing.
That is true.
Cat, it's a kitty cat, and it sleeps.
That's accurate.
Yeah, it's a kitty cat.
Oh man, everybody's already
Provocative poses.
everybody's always choosing their character before I even get the thing to come up. Now the sound.
Whoa.
Oh, it's like the
Wow.
THX intro.
Yes.
That just reminded me of how long it's been since I've been to a theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
I've
Been a
been to
while.
one since COVID, and that was to see Top Gun Maverick.
Ooh, how was it?
Oh, that was fantastic to watch.
It was a
on
good
theater.
movie.
Nice. I mean, I'm a big fan of Top Gun. I enjoy it. I know it's showing its age nowadays, but I should probably look at my my roll. Oh, look at that! I'm blue.
My problem is
Okay.
if I see that movie, I'm just really gonna want to play an Ace Combat game.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, Scott Bunny asks how Becky's doing.
She's doing much better. She's still got a little bit of cough, a little bit of a runny nose, but the pneumonia seems to have mostly run its course.
That's good.
So the pneumonia is no moan yet?
No, you.
Boo.
stop.
I support this team that is not James and I.
I know we only have so many donations, but this is unacceptable. How dare!
How dare the first team exist?
I should have doubled. Joe, you should have doubled too.
Mission.
We could have fixed this.
Yeah, I should have doubled. I should have doubled Node.
It would be hilarious if this was a double leak.
That would be glorious.
It's the easiest game. Oh,
Well, there was a leak.
Buddy.
I'm now scared, and I think both of them are leakers.
There's no way that they would do that voluntarily. Unless.
Unless it was just
Well,
screw everyone
to
over.
be fair, Joe did downvote that team. Only one of them
It's-
was into it.
Here's the scary thing.
Oh, do we not have a confide at all now?
Not on round 1.
Oh.
I made it so that we only get the one confide on round 2 because we were starting to do very strong as the blue team. So I wanted to make it a little harder for us.
Well, it's just because I keep being on the blue team.
Yeah.
I'm on the blue team this time, so we're gonna win again. Don't worry about it.
Alright,
Completely messed up my mouse settings, and now it's impossible to click things.
Max Raven, there are some games where I could just be like, yeah, I'm bad. It's scary on this game.
I'm bad.
just the three of us.
You know I'm bad. I'm bad. Shimon.
We can make it if we
If we
try.
try,
Just the three of us.
Just the three of us.
You and I like this team.
I
We're gonna
mean,
build castles in the sky.
here's the problem. I want to be on the next team, but it's also... it's 3 people not on the first team. Ah, jeez! Ah,
Oh
jeez!
my! I didn't want it to be unanimous.
Well, that's
Which one of you is a bad boy?
the leakers
And
do know
we
who
have
they
science,
who each
yes.
other is. If you are the
Anthem
leaker,
for this
you know.
game.
Well, let me hit my cover.
I guess
button, 'cause I'm
we're
only-
still gonna get the confide after mission 2, maybe.
That's depressing.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's relief.
Okay. People were just being cheeky,
Crap.
or someone decided to lay low because it's just like, no, that's too early.
I mean, if that got leaked, we were screwed.
Also, Cyan Print, yes, the leakers know who the leakers are.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much. If that had leaked,
super.
it would have been a devastating blow.
Oh, if that would have leaked, we would have been like just absolutely
Yeah,
annihilated.
no time left to figure out the 50-50 between Joe and Romeo and the 33% on everyone else.
It would have
Yeah.
been real bad. Bunny, am I gonna play the demo of SteamWorld Builder? I don't know. A lot of people seem to be excited about that game, but I've never played the SteamWorld game, so I don't know. I think I was gifted one recently, and I just haven't had a chance to look at it, just because I don't have free time in my life.
I mean, this kind of makes sense, except that this assumes
Assumes it's
that first mission was a successful double spy.
Phoenix. Yes, this is what everyone is seeing. Is this main screen that you guys are seeing? Everybody then also has a second screen. I assume that most people are on. Well, I assume most people are on mobile, but maybe not.
No, I'm running browser.
Yes, I think most of us are probably on browser now that I say it out loud.
Yeah,
Scott
same
might be
here.
on his phone.
I'm
because,
on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have double monitor.
That's
I
I
true.
don't
don't
either.
either. I'm just a madman.
Oh,
Oh, coffee
Coffee
now.
now. He's back.
blasting.
Doesn't even say hi, they just blast.
Oh, that trust.
Look,
No.
they say that coffee can wake you up. That's just another way of doing it.
Just a quick injection of coffee.
What say you, Romeo?
Oh, is that what they mean by a shot of espresso?
Hello, coffee.
Is everything okay?
Hmm.
Interesting.
I dislike that people dislike that. I worked so hard to put together the perfect team.
I like that people dislike that.
I,
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
you know what I'm not okay with? The way that vote went down.
Yeah. I don't.
Because
Can someone else make this team?
if Scott, who was the first team again? I've already forgotten.
The first
Uh,
team was
Joe
Joe
and
and
Romeo.
Romeo.
It's all right
I think
there.
they pulled off the double spy.
Right. So if they pulled off the double spy in mission 1, right? That means Romeo voted up that team that we just attempted without either of them on it.
Yeah.
But then again, Romeo's just been an agent of chaos.
No, it's true.
I think it's this. I don't like this, but this is what I think it is.
I kind of agree.
That's what I'm thinking too, actually.
I can tell you guys I'm a good boy, so this is gonna go poorly.
And I mean, it very likely can because I don't have much to go on. This game has been wild, but this is just what I suspect.
I want to see the votes.
Hmm.
That's depending on how this goes.
I don't like anything.
Do. Everybody just hit the cover up button and everything's
Take
fine.
a look at the votes. Let's see what happens.
It's gonna leak.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so I have a suspicion, but I don't know.
All right, but here we get
Where the
we
breakdown
finally
is.
get our confide. So let's
Yes,
just whoever gets it, use it very very carefully. Yeah. All right, have a good one, B.
Take it easy,
Oh,
B.
bye, B.
Get some rest.
Also, thank you for it being me in particular.
Oh.
I will first and publicly declare that I did not get the opportunity to confide.
Same.
That way,
Same.
yeah.
Oh, that means Scott got the
See?
opportunity to confide, and he's afraid of who he's going to confide in.
But we already know that Scott's good.
Scott confided in me
Yes.
because he's good.
Okay.
Did we know? Hi, Shen.
Hey, Sean.
I will say the reason I confided in Joe, ironically enough, is because I didn't trust him. And I was curious to see what he would say, or if he would say anything.
So I'm sorry I messed that up because my whole plan was to see if I can figure out who was innocent without, like, people being able to dispute.
So here's the thing.
There, Shen.
Like, I know Romeo bombed the first mission. The second mission, either James or Lee had to have messed it up, which means that Fluffles is the third safe person?
Yeah.
Alea's
not necessarily.
sleeping.
Well, maybe.
Well, from his perspective,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at this screen and I'm seeing 3 reds, 1 blue, and 5 grays, and I'm supposed to trust this team.
I feel like this is correct, but
Well,
again,
from my perspective, I think either you or Scott is bad because I don't think Joe did the double because I'm reasonably confident that Romeo pulled the first one.
I mean, Scott confided in me, so I know he's good.
Well, oh yeah. So that means that it would then be James in that scenario, as long as you didn't do a double fail. Which means that I could theoretically upvote this, and it would be okay.
The ears are important, especially
Question
on a
mark.
game like this. Like, come on.
There's a part of me that wonders if I'm just on here with both of the bad people. Like, Joe could have been the one to fail mission 1 and mission 3, and Fluffles is over there as the other spy.
It's definitely possible. Joe hiding behind the curtain of Romeo Chaos.
The history of the ears. The history of the ears is I bought these from a friend during a.
That's
Those
those are too many thumbs.
are too many thumbs. It's the.
Yep.
I mean, it's potentially an okay number of thumbs, but I'm not there, and it's bad.
What kind of hands do you have if 4 thumbs is normal?
Well, with
All thumbs.
between 4 people.
Mm.
Yeah, we got crushed.
It was Joe.
There was chaos. There was so much freaking chaos.
I had a feeling Joe was
Yeah.
bad.
Speaking of chaos,
It was the double spy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did not want to do the double spy thing, but somehow we pulled it off.
I
this
mean,
wasn't how I was planning on it either, but it worked somehow. I took all this mission on me.
It
I
works
totally
out.
almost
Intentionally.
stepped on my power bar.
Thank you.
I get- I get-
Yeah, synergic leak.
Synergic.
And those synergic leaks can potentially just win games on its own, just because of how much the information goes awry because of
oh
it.
yeah. As soon as that happens, it's just things are bad.
But yeah, there's no real history to the ears so much as just I like this art style. I like the anthropomorphic characters. And then, like I said, going to a local convention. One of my friends had a booth. They were selling merch, and I bought a couple things, including this little beanie hat. And so I wear it on streams. Mostly because I'm going bald and I don't like how that looks. I haven't gotten over that yet.
I'm like maybe a year or two away, if my hair gets any thinner, from just going bald head, beard. Rocking that look.
I am cursed with thick hair.
From a young age, I was cursed with very thin hair, which is why I'm balding in my early 30s.
I have thin hair on both sides of the family.
Yep.
So yeah.
I've always had an okay head of hair. I've never grown it long until very recently.
Bam. Oh, and look at that. I think that was actually pretty good, just having the one confide. How did you guys feel?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was
Yeah.
good, but it's hard to really gauge just because. I mean, if you pull off a double spy in
Oh, yeah.
round 1, then what are you gonna
What do you do?
about it?
Romeo! Something happened.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
She just went Jay.
Oh, that just broke.
No,
Hello.
my Wi-Fi died.
Oh, your Wi-Fi died. That's not good.
That's
Or-
real not good.
Your Y died.
Your wine and dined?
Oh,
So how dead is dead,
I
Romeo?
wish.
Should we give you a minute, or do you think it's...
Necromancer?
Ooh.
Very dead.
It's been dead, but it's possibly undead.
it can possibly return.
Like, I'm able to talk, but I can't. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Hold on. I think I just need to open a new tab
Okay.
because it's still trying to reconnect me to the game that ended. Maybe that's what it
there
was.
you go. There you go.
Hooray! We're good. I think we're good. It is undead. I am a zombie.
It is returned to the land of the living.
Perfect.
No. Well, yes, but yeah.
Yes, but yeah, also yes.
Buddy.
Hello, Mateus. And yes, both Joe and Jen, you are both correct. Furry trash. Furry trash that doesn't have the income to be true furry trash.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Just fandoms.
Oh.
Honestly, James, you're one of the more benign ones anyway.
I try to keep things PG-13 at worst, just because I know not everyone's into that. There need to be wholesome furries.
You're a wholesome person, so you're fine.
Yep.
You can be wholesome and also still be furry trash.
That's true, absolutely.
You know what else is wholesome and furry? Very old Swiss cheese.
Oh, you don't want furry cheese.
Cheese?
I don't know. Have you
Ew.
seen that maggot cheese?
I have, and I.
No thanks. I'm good.
It's one of those things where my food tastes are, you gotta try everything at least once because you just don't know. But there's a level of that's got living bugs in it, man. I don't know about
You gotta
that.
try everything at least twice, because the first time you had it could have been prepared poorly.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
That's the life I live.
I keep forgetting to look at my card because I'm blue. Even if I'm red, I'm blue, right? So I keep forgetting to look at the card, being like, I don't know what's the problem. I'm blue.
I think if there's like one thing they should change is they should just have something pop up to tell you which you are, just so that's a bit easier.
Yeah, because there have been a few games where I didn't really think about it, and like I always ended up being blue anyway. But there were some times, like I think there have been at least a couple games where I didn't look at my card because I didn't think of it until like round 3.
Yeah, and as the screens that you're looking at on the sides are meant to be personal anyway, where no one else can see them anyway, just having a banner on top being like, you are X. should be
Yeah.
fine.
All right, are we both good boys?
I don't like how you said that.
Oh, you son of a!
So, good news, bad news.
Bad news, bad news.
Good news is we know roughly around where one of the leakers is.
Oh.
Bad news, everything else.
I will first and publicly declare I didn't like that mission.
Where's my confide? Give me the card, man.
Also, Shen, I want to say,
you won't
I
get
like
to.
most food, so I like your train of thought.
That's honestly, Shen. Yeah, that's not a good one. I mean, that's a good rule. Yeah. And Shen, no, I would eat like the cheese and not the maggots, please. No, thank you.
I mean, I've eaten crickets before, and they actually aren't that bad because they're like roasted, so they're just crunchy.
Yeah, as long as they're don't eat anything live.
Yeah,
Like, that's
no,
that
I
general
draw the
rule of
line
thumb,
at eating
yeah.
living things.
There's like a lady that goes around online that I keep seeing that like eats gooey duck.
Oh yeah, her.
And it's
Oh, never mind.
infuriating.
Oh, I thought you were talking about someone else.
Scott convinced me. Why was it not you that did the bad?
It's not me because it wasn't me, but more importantly, I would like to point out that James is the ballsier one. He's the one who likes to to be aggressive and get things rolling.
But you're a clever little boy and are willing to do it and then be like, but James is the one.
I could be. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm just saying.
I gotta say, I love that there's an alternate universe where that was a double spy and Scott's over here just telling the story. James is the
alternate
ballsy
universe,
one, but
you guys could. We've just proven that you guys could have been a double spy. It just happened last game.
well, it didn't happen this game because I'm blue dabba dee dabba.
Are we sure?
Yeah, I'm blue.
I don't like this.
So
I
I
gotta listen to that song again soon. It's been so long.
Mateus Gooey Duck is a clam.
that was very, and also
the fact that
there's
like
there's so many questions. I don't like that James is next making the team. I hate all of this. The worst possible timeline.
And because I was in mission 1, there's nothing good I can do about this.
No.
All right.
I mean, you can take yourself off.
Yeah, but
it is
that's
kind of funny that we were on mission 1, it failed, and then it's like each of us are the next ones up to make a team.
Of course.
And it's not even like I could try to go for the double fail because the only way that I could do that is to put
Is
me
if you
and
keep yourself
Scott.
on the team.
Right. I'd have to put me and Scott on there just for everybody else's sake, right? So that everyone would know one of those is bad and then try to put the third up, which at that point I'm taking a crazy shot in the dark. So I can't do that. But then that means that I've got, like, any team that I make is just going to be bad.
Uh-huh. I mean, just by default.
I don't.
Do you see the face that my gorilla character is making? I'm also making that face.
Yeah, no, I know.
That is precisely how I feel.
What if I said I was the leaker?
Yes, this is social deduction. Four of these players are on the good side. 2 of them are on the bad side. I can't put Scott on it. I know that Scott is bad. From everyone's perspective, it is guaranteed that minimum Scott or I is bad. There's a world where we're both bad and just one of us was lying under the radar.
It's a part of me that wants to be really sassy here.
Good and bad are bad terms for it. It's the loyalists and the leakers.
Yeah.
There are 4 loyalists and 2 leakers.
But it's just easier from just
Red and blue.
yeah, one side or the other side. Good bad is just.
Did
I'm confused by Scott.
anyone else see the Scott thumb?
Yeah, I did. I was just about to say.
So there was a school of thinking that went through my brain that said,
No.
what if James, to throw me off the scent of the other leaker, puts the other leaker on the team knowing it'll get downvoted anyway, and I was hoping to trip him up, but unfortunately there were a lot of downvotes anyway, which I expected, but...
That's clever, and I'm going to steal that for a future moment. Like when you make the team.
See, here's my problem. At this point in time, I don't like any team, and I won't like any team.
I don't think that's going to change until this game is over.
But I eventually have to thumbs up something because we have a limited amount of donors. But I hate all of it, and also everything, just in general.
I just don't know what to do.
Welcome to everyone else.
Welcome to the game.
Scott and or James has ruined everything for everyone.
What are you talking about? Well, you
I
can't.
said and or I covered my bases.
So you straight
Look,
up.
you can trust the lizard person to run the government, so put me in coach.
I was gonna say I will warn. If you try to do that, specifically putting me and Scott both back on, you need to find the other spy in order to make that have any chance of being good.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't think there's enough information yet.
I mean, theoretically, if you don't put either Scott or James on there, there's a chance that is a good team, and there's also a chance that you get another leaker, which would then at least confirm that Scott and James isn't a
Didn't do
double,
the double.
which is technically information, but
I will say that would also exonerate the last person. Like, for example, in this
Yeah.
case, if this comes up a fail, we know Joe
Yeah.
is good at least.
that is true.
Yeah.
And then watch him
That's
be
true.
the one that gets the confide.
And I'll
anyway.
say all three of you voted no on the last team. So if you're going to make a team of 3 without me or Scott, best opportunity. Also, Bun, I have no idea what happens when that timer runs out. It hasn't happened.
You want to find out?
No, because that could
No,
be
we
an
can
auto
find out.
fail, and I don't like it. All right, who's making the team after? Oh, Joe's making the team next.
Look, none of us have betrayed anyone yet.
I am
Oh,
going to
also.
publicly say I am upvoting
Yeah.
this team mostly for the aforementioned reasons.
I swear, if this
Oh.
fails and then Joe gets a confide, I'm going to flip a table.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, that is exactly how I didn't want the votes to go out.
Well,
It's fine.
But I approved it for the same reasons that Scott said. I can't argue against that logic.
it's the
Either
most
this
solid
is a
logic, but I
success-
hate it.
It's either a success or I'm innocent.
Yeah, from Joe's perspective, it's pretty good, but does that tell you anything, though, Joe?
Okay,
eh?
we got a
Ooh.
I'll take
success.
that too.
I will take that.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
It's like technically it doesn't get us any closer to figuring out who's who, but it gets us a step closer to maybe actually winning this somehow.
Yes.
All right. So, does that mean that Romeo hit it right and it's Scott and Joe?
I think it's Scott and Joe.
It could be
Tis
Scott and Joe.
not.
It still could be James and Scott. Like,
Right,
that's
right.
Not off the table.
From your guys' perspective, yeah. I know it's
Yes,
not
it
James
could-
and Scott.
like, it
I
could
know
be
it's not
and
James.
Joe.
I think we leave out Scott and Joe, and then
Well, Joe's
That
taken.
means I'm not putting myself and
I,
I'm not putting 4 people that aren't me on a mission. That seems like a really bad idea.
I could see.
Okay, I think.
I could see
Joe, if you are good,
that. Being
What you
bad.
could
Hi,
do-
Avarice.
is put the previous team plus you, and then if it goes down, then we'll all know that you're a terrible, awful, terrible person.
But this probably will unless Scott and James were doing the double fail. So doing that, all it would do is, if it failed, it would prove that there was not a double fail on the first mission. That would be literally
Which
all
is-
it would
which-
prove.
Which is good information, and that person will probably be you.
You know what? Go for it.
I
Let's just
mean,
go for it.
It's not a double fail, but
Yeah, sure.
Because I think no matter how this pans out, we are going to have to pick the perfect team. So having some information, so this does give us some information.
if this goes wrong, it means it's Joe's fault.
Yeah,
Yes.
but oh no.
I did
I went
point that out that
Yeah.
if it goes wrong, then it's going to look real bad for Joe.
yeah.
But the vote did go in a good way. Like we could just have hit on the team.
Leonardo is Lee. No, you couldn't have hit.
I'm not Leonardo. I'm Leonardo.
Leonardo.
Leonard.
Again, from your perspective, you could have hit on the team, but you absolutely didn't hit on the team.
Well, I mean, we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I already know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, me too.
One leak and nothing else.
Unless someone's just gonna be a bastard. Okay.
My God. Of course.
It does tell
Oh.
us something though.
How's it going,
Like,
Joe?
This is like the
Hi.
one thing that James and I both agree on is we're like, well, we both know this isn't going to be a double fail, and we both know it's not going to be covered up. So
Give me the
It doesn't
confide.
really tell
Give
you
me the
anything,
confide.
unfortunately.
Give me the
Give-
confide.
Give me the confide.
Confide.
Who's gonna get the
Let me
confide?
confide.
James, we both know you can't get the confide.
Nah, sure.
Well,
I didn't get the confide.
Shock.
Well, who's confiding? Who's doing it?
Well, someone confided in someone.
I know a good person.
Well, that's good.
so someone confided in Lee.
Yes.
Yes.
Nah, Scott confided in me.
Did.
No.
Yeah, that's not.
No. Joe confided in me. Joe is 100% good.
Then one of you bastards on mission 2 was just being nice.
That does mean that someone on
Maybe.
mission 2 did not fail when they could have.
Oh, you cheeky bastards. I got a friend.
That's true. Mission
You know
2
what?
had a
This
spy
is-
on it.
This
Guaranteed.
is completely an arbitrary choice for this, but Leonardo is evil Lee, so I can't trust him.
But I've already had Leonardo as a name, and I have 100% been good guy all day.
Bun, I wouldn't lie to you outside of a social deduction game. But I won't lie to you. I would lie to your face, to your mama's face, in a social deduction game.
So from my perspective at least, Scott and James has one spy between them.
I'm a good boy.
Fluffles, Leonard, and Romeo have one spy between them.
Yeah, and you've got to get the team pretty much right.
But at least you guys know I'm good.
I like you, Bun.
Joe's 100% good.
Yeah, Joe's good.
That's why I kind of want this mission to be me and two of and like what the 50-50s probably
I
the
think I'm gonna put Romeo on there. See how this goes.
so you think it's Lee then? I don't know about
Why would I be so open and honest about my confide if I was bad?
You see, the thing
Well,
is,
considering
Lee,
that we're
you
on
didn't
death's
say who.
door.
Did you say who confided in you?
he did.
I
Yeah.
said the
Joe.
choice, which is
And
why
he
Joe is completely good.
He did volunteer the information without being prompted.
That is true, but I'm still suspicious. I'm suspicious of everyone, which is the point of the game.
Of course.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Joe is good, and I can tell you that if I wasn't good, I wouldn't have played it that way.
So you got
game about
7
7
seconds.
seconds.
I'm
7
gonna go with
seconds.
this.
We've already
I don't know.
got to...
I just don't know.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Super
Everyone
down
is scared.
Well, honestly, everyone disliking that team. I like that everyone disliked that team. Right? Like, it's a good sign.
It also doesn't really tell us anything.
No, but theoretically, if that team was bad, the bad guys should have liked that team, right? I mean, obviously
Theoretically.
hiding under the radar, etc., but
100% Joe.
Yeah.
Now I have to break up a couple of 50-50s.
I think it's James and Fluffles, but I
Nah,
I
I'm a
mean
good boy.
obviously I'm gonna say
I-
James. That's like the obvious
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I think so as
But
well.
I think Fluffles is his partner.
I'm the good
hard
boy.
to know for sure, but
My problem
I'm
is
the
that
bestest boy.
my problem is that I don't
I would never
know.
do anything.
I don't know if Scott is saying that to make Fluffle suspicious because he's his partner or because he's not his partner.
So, Scott, are you confident enough that if I... Oh, God, I clicked the wrong thing again. Are you confident enough where if I were to do something like that...
Yeah, I mean that is technically what I think. It's the problem is that like I think it's James and Fluffles, but between Fluffles and Romeo, it's one of those like 52-48 kind of deals.
Yeah. Welcome to my freaking world, except for me, I have to flip 2 coins instead of 1.
Uh-huh. But that is
Roll
technically a
2
team
dice.
that I'm. To say I'm okay with it is a stretch, but it's a team that I will support because I think the team is that plus me.
I don't like it, but
I don't. We're not gonna find a team that we like, no matter what. I think that's something we can agree on.
yes. I think everybody is on board with that particular statement.
Here's the thing. Because of the 50-50 between Scott and me, I'm going to have to put a team up like this. And I think that Scott is pushing because this will be blue. And I'm willing to take this gamble.
Okay.
Oh, that got approved.
This is sink or swim.
Romeo himself did not like it. Interesting.
That might be a
And
good
neither
thing.
did I. Like, literally, you were the only person that was on the mission that liked it, Lee.
Yeah.
There's also a small part of me that's like, what if Lee is just like,
That is
I
also a
win.
possibility.
He is potentially, yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
But I
And
have
I
been by all day.
Blue, red.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was James and Romeo.
yes.
Yeah.
Romeo
Yes, Everest,
Romeo
all according to the
terrified me on
I-
mission 2, but I was like,
I
I'm
had a
okay
feeling
with
it was
this.
Romeo, but when Scott like started pushing for Fluffles, I'll be like, it's kind of a 50-50. I was feeling Romeo, but if he's feeling Fluffles, that's a
Yeah.
good game. I'll go for
It was
Fluffles.
not me. I'm a good boy.
James, how did that scare you on 2?
Also,
because
that
you,
is
you
uh,
like
were you were on to.
Also, that is like the third time that it was James and Romeo.
It was.
I think we should just.
And then,
He's
and
just-
both times I was bad with Romeo.
I've
So
been
Romeo's
good the
just
whole
always
day.
bad.
So
And
there,
I'm always good.
Wait, I was
Romeo's
bad with
just
Romeo
evil.
as well.
Romeo's got a Bad Bunny thing going on today, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bunny.
Romeo was on
Bunny.
mission 2 and
The
this
worst
succeeded,
Bunny.
and I was just like, oh, that's so good, but I'm so scared. That was very well played, Romeo.
Thank you.
It gave me a minor heart attack when I saw it, but it was good. Yes, Joe
Just like,
confided in
I'm just-
Leonardo.
I'm just like, I'm gonna just put all the suspicion on James and Scott and just be like,
Yep.
yeah, it's them.
Also, James, I forget when you had your chance to make the team near the beginning. Was I right about
You were 1,000% correct, and I was like, damn it, he knows me too well.
So I was completely right because I was pretty sure you had.
It was
like
me.
Romeo
It was
and
me.
Fluffles?
It was me, Joe, and Romeo.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, because I was like,
Man.
oh, he would totally put the other spy on the team
Oh.
because he knows I'm watching to see who he's not putting on the
Yep.
team.
Yep. Oh, that was good. That was
That was a good one.
good.
Yes.
The curtain is pulled back.
So
That's how
I'm
much
kinda
we've
just never
played
get
this.
just be believed again, am I?
No.
It's
Yeah.
We've been burned
Oh,
by you too many times.
So that's the power of a leak on round 1 is just by the time you get towards the end, you have to rely on several coin flips, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, everything's awful.
I think probably my favorite thing about this is that I think the only time Romeo hasn't been bad was when I was bad with Scott.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, so for those who are just coming in, Ultra Companion, welcome, welcome. This is Republic of Jungle. This is a new social deduction game that is currently in closed beta. I have pinned here the wish list page on Steam, as well as the sign up access for
The
the
closed
closed
beta.
beta. Yep. This
Hashtag not a sponsor.
not a sponsor, not a sponsor. Just I wanted to put that up there because I have a feeling we're going to be playing a whole lot of this, and I want them to get some support. Because I'm in a closed beta, right? Like, betas are supposed to be there for testing games and whatnot. So
If we do Goose Goose Duck again, that was fun.
we should do Goose Goose Duck again at some point.
Yes.
Nope, this was not our sponsored button.
Nope.
Our sponsored one is later.
We got a sponsored video coming out on Wednesday.
Yeah. Let's refix this again. So,
Was it Raiders Shadow Legends? Did it give you a date?
no date with the
Not
buff
yet.
orc lady yet. Also, I ain't Joe Cat levels of famous, so I'll take the money. If you're out there, Raid Shadow Legends, I'll even
Hell yeah.
play your game. I'll go that far.
One of my high school teachers was really into Raid Shadow Legends, which was hilarious.
What?
Zinthus wanted to know what the sponsored game was. You guys will know tomorrow? Wednesday, right?
Yeah. It's like I don't even want to say what it is just because like I'm not
NDA,
supposed to do things.
Although I did see we got an email and it looks like it's good.
Email.
Email.
Stop!
And I'm good boy again, huh? Leaky boy.
Always good. Always blue.
I keep on giving myself these names hoping that I'll be a bad boy, and it has not been successful thus far.
So they say.
Yeah, and I've said it every game thus far.
That's true. Lee has not. Lee, have you been the leaker yet?
Nope.
It's been a whole lot of Romeo. And a decent amount of me. But yeah,
I didn't even look.
this is, for all intents and purposes, this is just Resistance, but with Jackbox style controls, which is fantastic. But it's clearly got.
This has never gone wrong before in the history of ever.
Oh man. Bun's not wrong. James Romeo first team at this point.
This is gonna be chaos.
Chaos.
But Lee went with classic. Scott James is a classic team. Our group played just so much Resistance. Ooh. Huh.
Oddly enough, that wasn't
That
my
wasn't you.
vote.
I should let the timer time out sometime. I'm scared.
It's scary.
Scott.
I heard if you let it time out, you die for real.
Scott.
James,
Time it out.
Scott.
you're not gonna do this to me twice in a row, are you?
Scott. Okay.
Okay.
I don't trust you, but
Yeah.
although
Goes without saying.
I feel like
Chicken tonight.
No, you know
like
what?
Chicken tonight.
I'm going to first and publicly declare, I think that if Scott was bad that time, he would have absolutely thrown me under the bus because it would have absolutely looked like I did it twice in a row. I'm first and publicly declaring I trust Scott this game.
That's terrifying.
I know.
The one thing I think that's even better about that is that it's Lee who picked it.
Well, it's because I always pick that team.
Yeah, Lee
Yeah,
picks that team all the
it's-
time.
I know, but
Long-standing tradition.
I still think it's hilarious.
I'm just...
I think it would have been even better if
hilarious.
they're both bad.
Let's go, Scott.
Uh,
You and me. We just got to figure. Look, and it's you and me, and we just got to figure out one more person. We don't even need to figure out the real team. This ain't me and Scott.
I know it's not.
I don't like how exuberant James is over the idea of us teaming up.
I 1000% believe that if you were bad there, you would have thrown me under the bus because of how good it would have looked.
I don't disagree. I probably would have, but the fact that you trust me because of that just is scary.
Look, I don't get to trust you often, Scott. Yes, Atai is a reject for those because reasons.
Because I guess the majority.
Yeah. You have to have a full majority. If it's not a majority, then it's not safe enough for people to want to do it.
I feel like causing chaos.
Oh gosh.
Somebody get me out of here.
I
Why not?
legitimately, if Fluffles had just left themselves on, I would be willing to chance this team. But I think it's a little scary when you don't put yourself on the team. So I'm
As someone who actually is a legitimate Lee, I'm not having any part of this.
oh jeez.
Ah!
I was hoping for that to go through just for the chaos.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Uh-huh.
Oh me, oh my.
We're going
It's
through
not
a
about
lot of
winning or
votes.
losing, it's about sending a message.
You know what? That's fair. I need another cracker.
Legitimately feels like a t-shirt.
I agree.
I don't like this.
Makes Raven.
There's so many things was just something Space Lee.
It's true.
I have a very
Realistically-
memeable name.
Inconceivably.
Apparently,
Thank God I'm not.
I know James is the parent.
It's
I
true.
barely take care of myself.
James, can I have cream cheese? I could. I don't have any cream cheese right now, but I like cream cheese. Cream cheese on a bagel?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Take me to.
I only like
Bagel
it
shop.
occasionally, but
One of my
when you want it, you want it.
One of my favorite guilty pleasures is actually Ritz crackers with cream cheese.
I'm eating Ritz crackers with nothing.
Hmm. Mm.
I mean, I'm a super Canadian. I put maple syrup on a lot of things, including my
Fair.
popcorn.
Oh,
What?
let's go, Skull Reaper.
That could be good. Hello, Skull Reaper.
Why don't you put on a helmet?
Bun, I have been absolutely dairy safe for months now. Because just reasons. My body is just like, sometimes it's lactose intolerant and sometimes it's not. Alright, we're getting a lot of these 3v3s. Which is fine. We're getting...
Look, we still got 5 whole donors left.
Yeah! That's like $5 billion. No big. Joe with the sharp cheddar. That's a good idea.
Ooh.
No, Zinta said it first. And I just seconded it.
Oh, yeah.
I like a good pepper jack.
Yeah,
on
the
the
one
cracker.
thing with sharp cheddar, sometimes it cuts your mouth.
Only if it's extra sharp.
Mm.
And that wouldn't be Gouda.
Oh my God.
You better believe it.
These puns are unbelievable.
Come on, Scott.
I hope people don't get fed up with them.
Look, they just need to muster their courage.
Oh.
Something Lindberger.
Yes.
I'm gonna rip you limb from Limburger.
You sound like you got something to prove alone.
You leave that prove alone.
Suddenly, everyone's very quiet.
Everyone.
It's like a mission went through. Everyone, hold your breath.
Pretty much. Of course.
Surprise!
Stop it, but you
surprise.
didn't believe me.
God, Skull Reaper doesn't know he needs to put on a helmet.
So
Shoot, there's a leak.
again, I know not which Thomas to trust.
I'm
mean,
telling you, Lee.
Trust Choo Choo Charlie.
Scott would have thrown me under the bus so hard in round 1.
On the one hand, I should appreciate it, but the fact that James is coming to my defense, it's scary. Also, I'm looking at a guy with the name Leaky Boy over here.
And yet I haven't been the leaker once today. This is my trying to do it and it's been failing.
And James, you really gonna
Yeah,
give me
exactly.
around there?
It's you trying to be a leaker for the first time.
Look, I don't. Legitimately, Joe, I don't
like
know
this because
between
I'm
you and
there.
Lee, but I want to trust this. At least I want to trust at least half this.
James, on a scale from 1 to 100, how much do you believe in the Scott that believes in you?
Do you want? No, the Scott doesn't believe in me. Right? Don't believe in the Scott that doesn't believe in me.
in you.
Do you want my meme answer, or my real answer, or my blustery answer?
Ideally, your real one.
About 60%. But a 60% might as well be a 99% in this game.
In this game, 60 is a lot.
60's a lot. Like,
Unless you run XCOM logic.
I legitimately feel like if Scott was bad, he would have thrown that first mission so hard because it would have looked so bad for me that I'm willing to hang at least one vote to try.
I don't know if I'm okay with this, but
You don't have to be.
oh gosh,
No, that's
Too many
many
people
thumbs.
were okay with this.
Too many thumbs.
See, the thing is,
Boo!
Romeo being okay with it is.
yeah, Romeo.
I almost don't count that as
votes.
a vote because
Yeah.
it's just imbuing chaos into everything.
Just Agent of Chaos. His
Sorry?
voting is no longer to be trusted.
And yes, chat. This main screen, everybody is actually seeing this screen. It's like
Son of a.
yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
I don't think it was you, Scott. I don't think it was
I think
you.
it was. I think it was Lee. I think Lee is a leaky boy.
I want to trust you, Scott.
Not. Come on, give me a confide.
Oh, give me the confide.
Give it to me.
You made a confide.
Give me the confide. Give it. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Kevin?
Dang it. All right, someone confide in me.
I didn't get it.
I want the info.
I
No,
also
boy.
did not get it.
Uh,
And if I was bad, I wouldn't immediately say that I didn't get it. Just saying.
Yeah, likewise. Oh, the night.
All right,
Night Buddy Club.
I did get a confide.
No, Lee confided to me.
That is incorrect.
That
I
is
did-
incorrect.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry, no, I misread that. That was me misreading as the mission. My bad.
All right, so apparently Scott can be trusted.
I told you.
yeah, I got the confide and I
He would have.
confided to Joe.
He would have busted me so hard, Lee.
Put me
I
in there,
feel.
coach.
I feel
Don't
Great.
like any of my options
Please,
other than this
please.
one.
Joe in there.
Scott, if you
Yeah.
have to pick
Well,
the third
let
person,
me-
who would you pick?
Skull Reaper, I'm also confused as to
Uh,
what's going on, and I'm playing the game.
Hold on, let me.
I
Where did I put that?
see. My problem at this point is it's like either you're bad or Joe is bad and either Fluffles or James is his partner. That's
So-
pretty much what it boils down to.
So in your World of Worlds, Romeo's fine.
Hypothetically, because if you're bad, then Romeo's the other bad one. But if you're on the team, then Romeo might as well be the third. Yes,
Because
In-
I am not bad. I know, like, it's just my word saying that, but I promise you, I'm not.
Because, like, looking at the evidence, if you are good, then Romeo can't be bad.
There we go. I'm sorry. I was trying to put a thing in. What happened? Who voted? Who said what now?
I was saying that Lee was asking me who I think the third should be, and I was pointing out that either Lee is bad or Lee and Romeo are good and Joe is bad along with either you or Fluffles.
I think Joe and James are bad.
Wait, why do you think I'm bad?
I
Well,
don't know.
what-
But I got a
it's
funny
a-
feeling.
It's a hypothetical that, like, if Lee is good
Mhm.
and I'm proven to be good now, then the two bad people have to be either Joe, or rather have to be Joe and either Fluffles or James. Like, if you look at how
Oh.
the missions turned out.
Well, yeah. If Lee is good, then I would be bad from your point of view.
Yeah, but I acknowledge that Lee could absolutely be bad. It's just I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I
Oh.
promise you, I'm good.
It's about to time out.
Oh.
We're about to find
Yeah,
out.
nope,
Why-
nope. That, my,
oh, okay.
my thing was
I
my thing was
I was
not
gonna say it wasn't me.
my thing was not letting it go.
Oh boy. Well, this is
Well,
either
yeah. So
this
that's
is
not
either-
necessarily a bad thing.
the end or three of us are fine.
Or this is the beginning of the end.
And it'll make it if we are good, then it's gonna come down
Yeah.
to a coin flip.
Well, if it's the beginning of the end, it's just the end.
Of the world as we know it. Because I feel fine.
And God damn it, you beat me to it.
Okay, we're
Oh,
all
thank
good.
goodness.
We are all cleared because it wouldn't.
So Joe
Yeah,
is
it wouldn't
bad.
have let that go.
Joe 100%.
Joe, are you saying that I just beat it?
So now Joe absolutely 100% is bad, and
I am a
Either-
good boy.
either James is his partner, and that's why he's been pushing so hard to be like, Scott's good, also, you should probably trust me. Or
For
Fluffles is the other bad.
Don't trust James. I am good boy.
I never said to trust James. I just said that trust Scott.
It's true, but
I
that's
know, that's why I'm
that's the
saying
game.
don't trust
I know.
James, because I am good boy.
I have a feeling we're gonna be downvoting whatever this team is. I just have a
For-
feeling.
for some reason.
What's this? Who the what now?
I mean, this is the team that
Oh yeah, no.
makes the most sense
From
hypothetically.
that
No,
perspective.
because Joe's in there, so that means Joe would
I
be bad.
just mean for Joe to make a team,
Hmm.
it makes the most sense for him to not put you or James on the team,
Right.
so as to not give any hints as to which one of you is his partner.
Also, hey, Taltio.
Yes. Hello, hello,
How's
Dalton.
it going?
Also, Romeo with the upvote. Stop it!
If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even look at the team. I just did it.
Just
The
have
worst
it
part is
now.
we know that Romeo's good.
Yeah, otherwise I would be real sus of him right now.
Oh yes, Skull. If you end up seeing it, yeah, when someone does a gift sub, it does a sniper based.
I mean, it's either this team or
Can't be this team.
switch fluffles for James.
Look,
So
don't trust James. I've never lied in my life.
Don't trust James. I have lied in my life. But also James is good this time.
Look,
that makes
every word
me.
that I'm saying right now is a lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to
You did it.
trust James. I just don't know, man.
Skull Reaper got.
There it is.
Yeah.
you got blasted.
There's the boom headshot.
Zenthus is like, all right, I got one bullet here somewhere.
Well, if you don't
So-
set up the task force that way, then it is just going to be a game over.
Well, it's a game
I mean-
over either way.
Well, yeah,
it's
this is
gonna be
this is
game
coming
over
down to the wire.
regardless.
I'm curious what chat
I
thinks.
just feel like if we pick James and it's wrong, I don't feel as bad because James has told me before. I understand.
Yeah. I just
Matt,
I
who do you think
feel
it is?
like wait, Romeo, are you seriously putting Joe on the team?
Joe, the 100% bad one.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it's Ray Scott. My bad.
Come on, Romeo. Don't believe the slander about me. I'm a good guy. Look, the lizard wants to rule the government.
Don't believe Andor's lies.
I'm Captain Bosch.
Von
Can I just
Ronsenberg of
leave it as is,
Dalmasca.
please? We don't need a third person. Or fourth.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you know you've been playing this game long enough, is when you start being like, do I have to put another person on? Maybe I could just give Lee 2 guns. It's fine.
Let's cut the entire team in half.
Like, I just want it like this, please.
Yes.
Look, Bunny believes in James. For whatever that's worth.
I don't know if I believe Bunny at this point because she's been believing in me the entire time, and I've always been bad. So
But in this game, you're proven good.
yes,
You're
still,
100% cleared, so we know you're good this game. So maybe this is the game.
James can't be it again. So I'm gonna have to go with this.
I have to downvote this, but
I'll admit I'm gonna feel real bad losing
yeah,
to
it's-
James if
I-
he is, because he pushed so hard to be like, Scott's good, I trust him, and it's so over the top.
Look, if he got me, he got me. But that's I'm willing to accept that.
It's like you gotta roll the dice at some point,
Oh,
right?
why all the big thumbs up? I
Wow.
mean, yes, but I was absolutely expecting that to get downvoted because Scott was making the next team. I think it's fine.
Well, if James is good,
Oh,
then
What do you mean you think it's fine?
oh,
Yeah.
you know what? You're absolutely correct. I think it's not fine.
okay.
So that means that he.
Yeah, it's like, James, this is mission 5.
Eh.
Either you're bad and you win, or you're good and you win.
Look, I gotta keep faking right up until the last minute. I just gotta be sure. I don't want to.
And this is why I have trust issues.
Bunny, what have you done? I trusted you.
Oh, to be fair, but Bunny said they believe that Romeo and James are the good ones, which the leakers are the good ones. But also it was
That is
James and
true.
Joe, so
James,
Oh.
you've been a leaker so much.
I know. I was just like,
not as much as Romeo.
as much as I like being
Yeah.
leaker, let me be a dang loyalist.
I'm a loyalist 110% of the time, and I keep putting Link in my name in different ways.
It's somehow stressful both ways.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
the second time I haven't been here.
And yeah, it was. To be again, one as you always say though, Scott. Yeah, I was going real hard on it, but if I was blue, I would have absolutely thought the exact same thing. I would have been like, "No, if Scott was bad, he would have bust me there."
Which is the only reason I was willing to believe that maybe you were okay. Honestly, what tipped me in that direction was that I don't know, Fluffles, you have a really guilty sounding voice when you're getting into it. Yeah, you had a smile in your voice when you were swearing it wasn't you, and I was like, I don't know, man.
He's just over here like, it's totally not me, guys.
The
Just
funny
like a-
thing is that no matter what, I've never been able to lie to people very well.
Even when you're telling the truth.
It's funny because even when I'm telling the truth, people think I'm lying. But when I'm lying, people think I'm telling the truth from time to time. But people just never seem to trust me.
Well, shucks.
Well, shucks.
But maybe this time
Who
will be
did
the
I
time.
kill? My butler.
That they get home, the jump home, something.
Yeah.
This time will be the jump that brings them home.
Maybe throw an agent in there this time.
Battlestar.
No, not that one, Scott. But that one also is jumps to bring them home.
Yeah,
So-
that was a heck of a series. Oh, sliders.
Nope.
No?
Also good one. And
Man, there have been a
also
lot of
fits.
jumps to
Quantum
bring them
leap.
home, huh?
Quantum leap.
Oh.
It's
I've never
Jelly.
not familiar with quantum. I mean, I've heard of it, but
Ultra Companion. The screen that you guys are seeing is the same screen that everyone is seeing. Maybe I should do one round showing off my controller.
Wait, who is Egg Jelly and who is Fleekle?
Fleekles is Lee.
No,
But there's also
no, it's not actually.
Believe.
no, that's Fluffles.
Ah,
I'm
Jay.
Fleekles.
See, that's
Oh, boy.
okay. I will say, getting silly with the names is usually what ends up happening in Jackbox games, but it
I've
does
always-
make things very confusing for people when your name changes to things that aren't your
I've
name.
always had my name in my name every time.
I feel like mine are pretty obvious. It's just when you do the joke name thing, you gotta make sure that you don't joke name in such a way
Yeah, to
that you
confuse
look
who's-
like another
who's
player.
with who.
Yeah, because we still actually have to know who you are.
All right, just for safeties. Let's clear this out here.
Yeah.
Normally I don't mind, but yeah, let's just play it safe here. There's enough confusion already. The good guys don't need the loyalists don't need
that's-
more confusion.
That's why I haven't done anything weird with my name at all, because I'm like, I'm Scott. People need to know who's who.
What, you're approaching me?
Let me. Okay, could I do that? No, I don't want that. Well, yeah, I guess I could. All right.
I even put my name in twice.
Let me boop real quick.
For those of us who have chat up, do you think it would be a good idea to put chat down for this round?
Yeah, for those of you with chat up, maybe put it down for one round, and then I will, because I'm going to try.
Oh, I have chat popped out, so I'm good.
No, I mean because chat can do things.
I'm going.
Chat. Don't do spoilery things.
Yeah, I'm going to put my controller up on the screen this time, just so everybody can see the other half of this.
All right, so I'm not looking at chat now, so you don't have to worry about spoilers.
And then if I do that, I can slide you.
He's doing that.
All right.
Anything but that.
Let's see if that's good. And actually, I can shrink that down a bit. And then once the game actually starts up, I'll figure out where I can move that.
Unfortunately, in a game like this, I cannot look to give you any kind of
Correct. You cannot.
any kind of feedback.
technically you can. It's just as long as you haven't opened the thing yet.
Okay.
I don't want any kind of indication of anything.
So
I'm picking the lizard.
that's true. I could move the screen so that both are slightly smaller. So yeah, you can also see I showed off the characters a little bit on the main screen here, but you pick your character, and again, this is also normally on your phone as well. I'm just doing it on the browser because I think it's nice and easy. Oh yeah, it can't be on that side. Let's move this. Let's move this to right here. I think that should be fine. So then you can see this one up here tells you what team you're on.
Perfect, James. You're proposing first.
Oh, perfect. So the roles are always the same. You're either just, for now anyway, because we're doing no special roles, you're either just the staffer if you're on the loyalist side, or the
Leaker.
The leaker if you're on the leaker side. So then it'll tell you mission 1, which is what you'll see on the screen here. And then you get the little button, and you get to pick your team. I'm going to be on there because I know I'm good. And I'm going to put Scott on there because traditional team 1.
Tradition.
Of course.
Double leak. Double leak.
Double leak.
It won't
Double
be
leak.
double leak. And then again, you push this little lightning button, and you say yes or no. You have your 1 double it per game. I don't think that's important this early, so I'm just going to say nyeh. How wonderful. We weren't even testing for that.
Like, look, we've already had this go bad at least once today.
No, you're fine.
I mean,
Look,
you can sort of
if it
count
keeps
the last
going
one is also
bad-
bad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was-
Even though it didn't immediately go bad, but it still
Because
went bad.
it caused James to gaslight us for the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
Look, things should go bad.
That sounds like spy talk to me.
Also, Fluffles. Never mind.
Here's how you encourage nobody to be bad on round 1. If there's a bad thing here, I don't believe either of you, and you're not going on any of my missions forever.
Bun, it's going to
Figure that out for the 4 people missions later. Don't worry about it.
it's going to cover stuff up one way or another, Bun, but there's going to be more important information on the left side in just a moment. So then, you push. If you go on a mission, you push the button, you go into here, and you either choose cover up or leak. If you're good, your only option is cover up. If you're bad, you can pick whichever one you want, and then you click the button, and it does the thing.
No, not
Oh,
again.
You
it begins again.
son
Not
of a bitch.
again.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
And this time, chat knows.
That's the 3rd game in a row that we've been on the first mission and one of us was bad. At least one of us.
James left, so it has to be Scott this time.
So what I'm hearing is James and Romeo again. Sorry.
Hey.
No, I think it's
I mean,
Scott and Romeo.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I like how Romeo has done nothing, and there's been 2 different accusations that both have Romeo on it.
I mean, seems legit based on what we've seen tonight.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying, like, people are coming out like hot.
How about guns a-blazing?
I'm being bullied.
I'm gonna
Look,
have.
we can
I'm gonna say that's
can
the best we
clear
got for
some of
now,
this.
guys.
we can clear up some of this out right now, right? Just take one of the 50-50s and Romeo.
Yeah, but also they could
Wait.
just not
Lee,
try to.
are you sure? I
flip
think
it.
it's
Yeah, but if it
From
does,
what-
if it
from
comes
how-
up blue, it's fine. Blue is good.
Lee. From how it sounds, it might as well be 2 of the 50-50s.
Look, I hate the second round after a failed first round, so I'm just doing it. I don't care. Deal with it.
I must prove my innocence.
No, I don't like this. This seems like a bad idea.
I don't like that James's likely partner is on this team.
Unless they're partnered together.
I'm debating.
Maybe it's Scott and James who are together.
As Scott had before, what if it's Lee putting Scott on the team because he knows dang well that it's not going to get approved?
Oh man.
Look, maybe. All I know is that I hate this, like, round 2 after a failed round 1.
Oh!
It went through.
That's a
Because
double thumb.
someone double thumbed it. Said I would not double thumb this early, but
No.
like you do you.
Usual, causing chaos.
So, and then the game has also this version of this type of game is very nice because a lot of information is shared.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm slightly surprised, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think there was a double spy on there. I know there was one. I know there was one spy.
Look, I don't care how we got here. We
Ah,
got here.
Again, it's blue. I'm good. I'm
I will
happy.
I'll
take
take it.
the win.
Yeah, so Max, we're only gonna do one run where you can see my thing, just because I wanted you guys to be able to see what the app side looked like,
Yeah.
And see now,
and then I'll go back to
the
you
logical
guys.
thing for me, the logical thing is me and the last team went through. But at the same time, if it goes bad because someone was faking the last mission, I look really, 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 really bad. That doesn't tell anybody anything. But if I put someone who's not on the mission and it was correct,
I know that it's
then-
bad, but I kind of want you to do that team too, Joe. Because I think it already had a double spy, so I think that you plus that same team has a real strong chance of double spy.
See, the frustrating thing is I know you would say that even if you were good.
Correct.
But it's just so convenient for you because you know there can't be a double spy on that team.
How about
problem
this? If that's true, Scott, then leaving me off the team should be a better thing for you, right? So what's the problem?
Hypothetically, unless you know your partner's on the team, which is why you're okay with it.
I
I
mean,
mean, the only other thing would be putting one of the people who weren't on that team on here, which could be even worse.
look, I'm just saying, if you're convinced that I'm bad, putting 4 people other than me, odds are my partner's gonna be
It
on
is
there.
is better
right?
than having you on the team, yes, but I don't like any of this.
There's a.
I don't
strong-
like any of it, but
I feel like Scott and James are in bed together in this one.
Oh my.
It's like I know that this team is bad, but I think it's real bad, and I like the real bads. Because we either see the 2 reds come up, and it's like, yeah, I want to see it,
I mean,
or they trip each other up, and we see nothing but blue.
Oh, that's
oh god,
Too much like.
too much like.
To be fair,
If both
I
the leakers on there, I want both of them to
publicly declared that I was going to be okay with that team. So that's the correct number of likes.
I have concern.
I do too.
I dislike it because I know I'm a good boy, so I know at least one, if not both, of the bad guys are on there.
I think the 4 of you.
Yeah,
I
but
think
if
the 4 of you
fails,
should.
it's gonna
I
be
think
me
that
looking terrible.
I was just about to say. I think the 4 of you should vote without saying more words, Joe. That sounds like you're talking to a partner there, trying to figure out which one of you is going to fail.
I already put in my vote with
Same
confidence.
here.
I mean, so did I.
Come on, double leak.
That's
Oh.
what I like to see. That's what I
Okay.
like to see.
I don't like this.
Let's
Why?
Just make the same team again.
I don't
I
like
guess.
this because I know I'm good, which means someone there is lying.
Uh-huh.
There-
Says James'
alright,
partner
there's
over
a,
So
there.
I think
there's a double
James-
fail.
Or
So I
did
so I
just
think we
get
guessed the right
early?
team, and James is just being the ultimate James, and
Hey,
is
I
really
feel
trying
like-
to psych us out.
I feel like James is just trying to be like, just getting people's heads. I guess.
That's totally fair. You absolutely continue to believe that because let's go. That's 2 blue. Let's go.
I feel like there's only one right option here.
Well, there are a couple right options, but
And even a left
Well-
option.
Well, actually,
Romeo put me and James.
like
right
honestly, remake mission 2. Just you put Scott and Lee on that team and go. We'll
Nah.
prove one of two things. We either win right here, or we prove that mission 2 had a spy.
Let's do it.
Mission 2 had 1 spy, playing it safe,
I won.
and mission
Wrong
3
button.
had 2 spies.
I mean, I'll do it. I'm all in.
Yeah, I approve.
You would.
there. I do not.
I
I
know.
believe that this is a lie.
I know that Scott. Yeah, another blue win. The Loyals win. But this is just 1 spy.
Okay.
That is
I mean,
correct, though.
that is how the vote should be.
Yep.
Honestly, if there is a fail on this, I'll kind of be surprised.
Got
No,
this.
no, there is.
Got it. We gonna win.
Nope.
I'm gonna win.
I mean, you might still win, Scott, but not on this.
Oh, son of a...
What?
So...
The longest of cons!
Oh,
Oh, wait.
so one of you
No,
is playing the long
why?
game.
no,
Oh.
Lee, listen to me. Scott was the one that failed mission 1. Scott then succeeding mission 2 makes perfect sense as something Scott would normally play, and then mission 3 had the double fail. And they couldn't chance it.
But then how does mission 3 happen?
Scott was bad. Oh no, I'm sorry, mission 3?
Yeah.
Mission 3
Yeah.
happened because both
So you're saying that Scott?
I'm saying it's
and-
Scott Joe. And that's why
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
why
Scott
that's
Joe.
why when the team went through, Joe was the one that tried to say something
That's what we're going
that
with.
I admittedly shouted over, and I apologize for shouting over you, Joe, but that's I'm pretty sure you were trying to tell your partner which of you two was going to throw it in.
yes.
Alright, I need to know who can find it, because I'm right now completely lost.
My
Well, it
I
wasn't
am
me.
I know that Scott's bad, and I'm pretty sure that mission 3 told me that Joe was the partner.
I was convinced that Fluffles was James's partner, and now I'm just like, I don't know what to believe.
Also, who confided in who?
I think he's saying that Fluffles confided in him?
No, I didn't confide in anyone.
Oh, okay.
No, I just said that because Fluffles was the one that hadn't been on Mission 3, so I assumed he had to have been James's partner in crime. But now
I was
it
saying-
was either Romeo or Lee.
Romeo is the one that
Ugh.
Romeo is the one that confided, and he confided in me.
Correct.
Oh. Well. Assuming you're not lying about that, which is... Although Romeo isn't disagreeing.
I think I gotta go
let's
with
see.
this, but I
Well,
don't like
no-
any of
no
it.
one-
if he is your partner, but
no-
no one else
but
is
no one else
no
is
one else has
disagreeing.
anything to say about that?
No one
Well,
else
it's
is...
always
think-
Scott's
I
fault,
think
which
this
means
is it.
Scott is bad.
I think this is it.
I think this is
No,
our
it's
best
not.
shot, but
So
I
it
don't
must be-
like
No, it is
anything
not.
here.
Oh, it must be James and Lee then.
Because Romeo could have confided in James, but that doesn't necessarily clear James.
Yeah.
You are correct. But if I was bad,
No.
I could have just said nothing.
But no one's
Yeah, but you
disagreeing
can do
about
this and make
Romeo
yourself look good.
confiding.
Correct.
So for me, that means it's Lee and James.
Well, it's not me.
I said
Why?
I don't know for certain on you, Joe, but it's the best I've got to go with is that the chat was to try to explain how to double spy, because I know that Scott's bad for mission 1.
Why?
Oh no, it wasn't Joe.
No, it wasn't.
Ah.
Lee wasn't it?
There's some good conversation at the end there, Scott.
Yeah, I was hoping it was subtle enough and yet clear enough.
I got you. I tried to signal to you earlier that I was just covering up, so it's like I wouldn't do that, like when I was doing stuff like that.
The problem is I thought that was the cue you were giving me, but I wasn't confident enough. That's on me. I got your signal and just wasn't sure enough of myself to go with it. But yeah, we were together a few times, and so it did trip us up. But at the same time, it kind of made us more credible.
I wasn't even mad about it. I was like, "Let's go!"
That's a good round.
I think that's why both of us were being so cautious, because we knew worst case scenario, even if we passed both of those missions, it would put us in such a good position to fail mission 4 and 5 that we pretty much had it in the bag at that point.
Yeah. And I didn't catch any other signals. I latched onto what one thing that I thought was the best shot, and I latched too hard.
Yep.
Mission 3 thought there was something sus about Lee voting no. Did I vote no on something? I don't think I did. Yeah. I voted thumbs up on Mission 3.
Yeah, you can see it right there. He voted up thumbs up.
Yeah, I was.
Me who
I
voted
was
no
all in,
on
baby.
mission 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that means you guys laid low twice and then pulled off the double
And
spy.
then successfully double spied, yeah.
Because Scott was just like, I got this one, and I was just like, you sure do.
And I kind of tried to say it in a way that was like quick and quiet enough that it might have been misinterpreted as "we got this." I was like, "I got this," so that people not really paying attention could just be like, "Yeah, he's just confident that they're gonna win."
Oh, that makes me feel even worse, because I realized that I said that mission 2 was probably a double, and then I claimed Joe on mission 3. Oh damn!
You made me sound
you
really
said
guilty
that,
on
you were
mission
like,
3.
"Oh, he's
Thanks for that, by the
doing
way.
the same thing." It's like,
No.
yes, he is. And then it went through, and I'm like, oh.
I sure was, but I was willing to be confident, because I was just like, I'm going to play this safe, and I'm going to hope that Scott plays it spicy. I'm going to give him a little bit of a signal and hope that he goes for it. And if he doesn't, great. Then I didn't want to go on the third mission, because I was afraid that since the first one we double passed it, Scott would be like, someone's got to pass it, I'll do it here. So I was like, I'm not going to do it here just in case. And then when that one passed, I was like, all right, well, now we're having some fun.
Yeah, I was being more cautious than I needed to be, but it worked out great.
I was not expecting that one. That one came out left field for me.
I felt pretty good about that one.
That was good. It was good.
Good.
Yeah,
Can't even be mad.
I don't expect any of that either.
James, do you want to throw an agent in for the last one?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we got enough time for one more. So yeah, I think we'll throw in the agent just to show it off.
Uno mas.
Uno mas. I mean, when it comes to, Lee Scott and I in particular, Lee Scott, Joe and I in particular, I mean, we used to play Resistance for hours on end every week.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like our go-to thing.
Yeah, it used to be like every Friday night or every Saturday night or something like that. We would just get together, and a bunch of us would just play Resistance like all night.
We're real good at lying to each other.
Yeah.
And then we sometimes...
Family.
Well, yeah, family. Most of us family. And
Family.
Lee
You're
might
really good at lying to each other.
Lee might as well be family. How's that?
I've been adopted.
You're adopted? Wait a minute.
You've been adopted against your will, basically kidnapping.
That's really confusing, because I already have more than the average number of parents.
I remember this conversation.
Wait, what?
Just for the fun of it, you could put the first rogue action as sniff. Like, it's kind of a weak action anyway.
That's true.
Just to be like, why not? Well, someone can try to sniff for the agent.
And with Stiff, that's not so bad.
What? What did I miss?
Yes, Cyan. Scott, Joe, and I are actually related. And then Lee is family friend from, like, toddler age.
And if you're talking about my comment about having more than the average number of parents, it's because I have a mom and a dad, and then a different dad that I figured out was my real dad at some point in my childhood. So I have one mom and two dads.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, had past tense.
I just realized I didn't click join. It seems like every once in a while I'll click something and it doesn't actually click it.
Yeah, again, closed beta. I've had that happen a couple times where the join just doesn't go for a second.
Oh
Or there's been
yeah,
a couple times where I've clicked like the thumbs up or whatever and clicked yes or no or clicked select or whatever and it just doesn't and I start paying attention to other things and I look back and I realize, oh wait, we're waiting on me.
I only just now realized I hadn't joined the room because I thought that I had typed in that Q as an O for some reason.
It's the
It's
fancy O.
It's an O with a dangly bit.
So,
It's an O with Florida.
oh,
It's a
geez.
male O.
Okay, so yeah, the two added roles here. There's an extra role on the blue side. They are an agent. The agent gets to know who the two leakers are right at the start of the game. Whoever the agent is, they get to know that information for 100% fact. They are still on the loyalist side. Actually, I can just hide this. There's no one else gonna join the room because I can just go closed, and then I can put this away. There we go. So yeah, three of the loyalists will just be regular staffers. One of them will know who the two leaker players are. Of the two leakers, one of them is a testifier, which means at the end of the game, if the leakers lose, they get one final desperate attempt to say which of the four loyalist players is the agent, and if they are correct, then the leakers win anyway. It's
to prevent the agent from being like, I know who the two guys are. It's those two. Because then they go, okay, great. Vote us out. I'm going to kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the agent is a lot of information, but they have to lay low with that information. Otherwise, they just lose because of it. In a small group, it honestly is overpowered in the leakers' favor because no matter what happens, the leakers just have a guaranteed 25% chance of winning just on stupid luck and chance. But they have the added benefit of the agent is more likely to have the loyalist win the main game. So,
And it's really important to note, because this did trip us up last time, the agent can never go rogue.
Yes.
So it's harder for the loyalist team to be forthright about getting the rogue actions, because like if Lee is like, I got to confide in someone, and Joe is like, I got to sniff, then now the testifier knows that neither of those two are the agent, which now it's become a 50-50 shot instead of a 25%.
Yep.
Yes.
And yes, Diver, this is basically Secret Hitler. It's a little different. It's much closer to Resistance, if you are familiar with that. But Secret Hitler is based on Resistance, so it's same basic concepts. All right, and then I've gone back to.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah, Secret Hitler or Secret Palpatine. Resistance, coup, they all have similar 2 rooms and a boom, werewolf. Yeah, I would love to get
2 rooms and a boom.
I would love to get a big enough group. The agent can be confided in, but the agent cannot get the rogue actions, so they cannot be the one to confide.
And confiding in the agent is sad because the agent already knows.
Right.
Yeah.
That does make the confide a little worse here. Yeah, there is nothing that stops an agent from saying they were confided in by a staffer. You can say you've been confided in,
Yeah, just
but you don't say I was the one that did the confiding, because then the
Look,
leaker
It's
side
probably
is
a
just
bad idea to say that, hey,
you-
I sniffed.
yeah,
something.
This is
same
like-
thing.
You gotta protect your sources.
You got to protect your sources, exactly.
And when I say it's a bad idea to say you sniffed someone, I just mean in general.
Well, yes.
I mean, yeah.
Let's see, and all these different versions of this game, resistance. Yeah, big enough group. Werewolf is so good. I honestly think that two rooms and a boom is better than werewolf, and this is coming from someone that loves werewolf. But 2 rooms and a boom requires a minimum of 10 people and 2 rooms. So I'm not even sure that you could theoretically do 2 rooms and a boom online. You just have to have like 2 separate separate streams and 2 separate chats, and you'd have to pull people back and forth.
Look, it's tradition, and there is a 1 out of 3 chance that there's no bad on this team, right?
Oh, I should probably check my card. I'm blue. Of course I'm blue. Yeah, just 2 Discord rooms. But that's true. You could just do 2 Discord rooms, and you're just following the one player, whoever's if Lee is the one streaming, then you're just following Lee in just Lee's room, whichever one it happens to be. He just moves with the room.
I'm going home and I'm taking my room with me.
Actually, it'd be kind of fun to do that. Just have just a PNG of 2 tables with circles with people's names around them, and then just in OBS just grab the disc and slide it to the other table when they go to the other room.
Also, just because I made it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Oh no, absolutely, Scott. I understand that. It's a lot more work, but I think it'd be fun.
Much like how the James Scott team is tradition, Scott disliking it is also tradition.
Yeah.
All right, now you're going to be good this
never
time, right,
played
Scott?
either 2 Rooms in a Boom or Werewolf.
I will say that I'm not surprised. 2 Rooms in a Boom is a lot more niche.
I've
Werewolf.
heard of it, I've just never had enough people to play it.
Especially since you
That's
need
an
more
amazing
people.
party.
You need a pretty big group in the right place.
Yep. And it's one of those things where Resistance is one of our favorites because you can get away with 5 players, which is honestly not that hard. Our core group is 4 players, so we could do a lot of games. Just getting 1 more to be able to play Resistance is much easier to do than, say, Werewolf, which needs 8 players plus a DM, so you need 9. One Night Ultimate Werewolf is pretty good, but I think if you're gonna play One Night, it's more fun to just play Resistance, or now Republic of Jungle. And then, you need a minimum of, like I said, 10 players plus 2 rooms for 2 Rooms and a Boom, which I think 2 Rooms and a Boom is a good one for, conventions, which, I mean, if you've ever been to one of them nerd conventions, you know that werewolf games happen at every convention ever. 2 Rooms and a Boom would work just as well in that setting. What was this?
My favorite game of 2 Rooms and a Boom happened at a convention.
Yeah! That was so good.
I basically tricked a whole group of people into thinking that I was somebody I wasn't, and then I blew them up.
Yeah.
I found my favorite board game at a convention, and it's Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Betrayal's pretty
pretty
good.
good one.
I like that one.
I love that game.
Mind me here just being extremely ultra confused.
Ultra Confusion. Go.
2 people had the werewolf roll. Both of their initials were started and ended with JP. I like it.
Hey, we know a JP.
We do
He
know
could be
JP.
a werewolf.
Yeah.
Betrayal at Baldur's Gate is even better than House on the Hill. It could be. I haven't played it. I want to play. There is a Betrayal at House on the Hill that is Scooby-Doo themed, and I really want to just try that out.
Raggy Aurors.
especially considering the new HBO show is
Oh, what?
absolute trash and needs to just be put in a bin somewhere. I have very strong feelings on the new Velma show. I am not pleased.
Wait.
The
And
main
it
reason
turns
I
out
have
everyone
strong
else-
feelings about it is because they unscoobied our Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Are you saying they Scooby don't?
I mean, there is no Scooby in the new Velma show.
What?
It just straight up.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where the show itself could be fine if it wasn't called Scooby, if it wasn't based on Scooby-Doo, right? Like the show is that adult humor, whatever. You call the characters whatever else, and it's fine. But as soon as you call Shaggy Norbert and you don't have the dog, ignoring the fact that Velma is a shitty person and you've turned Fred into this absolute bumbling jackass, like it's such a bad take of a show. What happened here? I'm in the team.
Also, I agree, Bunny.
I know that Norval is Shaggy's real name, but no one calls Shaggy
Surprise! Leak on mission 2.
I'd like to point out that I voted nay on this mission. Just saying.
I also did.
I
I didn't like it.
I did.
was kind of too entranced with our discussions about Scooby-Doo to really focus.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
God.
I may have ranted
Yeah,
there.
there's a game happening here. A game that requires focus.
Shaggy's real name is Norval, but no
Yes,
one,
but
no one
yeah,
calls
no.
him Norval.
I didn't know that.
And in the new Velma show, it's just Norval. Like it's not
It-
Shaggy at all. It's just Norval.
They share 0 character
Oh,
traits.
and he's vegan, I think.
What?
Well, yeah, like it's not Shaggy. So anyway, someone is sniffing.
Yeah. Someone get the sniffing.
Give them a good sniff.
Someone sniff out the
Don't.
clues like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This was
and
an
then obviously
appropriate
be
course
careful
of
what
action.
is said, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying about that. So the sniff action is one of the 3 non-agents got to check to see if somebody else is the agent.
I mean, if I pick the agent, that's really good for them because that means they can know they can trust their voting
Correct.
and they can
Yeah.
trust them completely. So it's a little more powerful than people think it is.
It's definitely
It's just-
powerful. It just sucks.
It's
if
just
you
the fact
don't
that
get
it, like in this case, you have a 1 out of 5 chance of getting
Right.
it, and if you don't get the agent, you learn
Right.
nothing.
It's not like you learn
Because
what they are or what team they're on.
Yeah, it doesn't even
It's-
tell you. It's not like it'll tell you. Oh well, at least they're a staffer. No, you. I'm pretty sure all it tells you is, was this the agent? Yes or no. And if they weren't,
they're
then
not the agent.
they could be a spy, and you still don't know.
I mean, it's still potentially helpful just because it's like, even telling that someone is not the agent, it's like, all right, well, I can look for someone else for those. Hey, give me more clues, hint, hint. But
And if you at least suspected based on the talk that someone might have been, that can like help confirm it, but all the talk's been about the Velma show, so I don't know.
Ooh.
All right, we lost $1 billion.
yeah, it happens. Also, yes, if anyone wants a good, go watch Mystery Inc. The Crystal Cove version of Scooby-Doo is probably the best version of the team, and it's got sassy Velma. So if you really like that, a little slightly more edgy Velma, that's how you do it.
Oh, I love the original Scooby-Doo.
The original Scooby-Doo is great. Like, give me
I-
my 60s Scooby-Doo all day. But if you
I
want,
think I have
like-
the original somewhere.
if
I
you
would
want
like
it,
to see that both Mission 1 and Mission 3 are a success.
I
Let's
agree.
go.
Let's go.
So pick me.
Trying to utilize all of my very limited brain power.
It is very limited.
Bunny, a pup named Scooby-Doo, is fantastic. And to this day, just blaming things on red herring just has to happen every so often.
Red herring.
Who's your fourth pick there, Lee?
I don't know.
Do you? Do you not know?
I do not know.
Okay.
That's why
I know that at least one of them is a traitor.
Yes.
I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. This is my last person. I don't know.
I know at least one of them is a traitor. I will not say who is a traitor, but I know someone is a traitor.
That's sus.
Does sound pretty sus.
I can go for that.
What do you mean by traitor?
They're betraying.
They're betraying
mean,
the
they're leaker.
government.
Yeah, they're betraying the government. They're a traitor.
What's this team? Who's...
Why did I vote the way I voted? My brain just stopped for a second.
Team 2. Gonna have to take a 50-50 eventually. Oh, that's too many thumbs.
That's way
that's
too
a
many
lot of
thumbs.
I'm
Like I said,
scared.
I meant to vote the other way. I just had brain disconnect for a moment of just, wait a minute, where am I voting?
I have serious concerns.
I mean, this one had to be the perfect team, so it was the most likely to fumble, and I knew I was struggling on this team.
And yes, Tall T, the traitor is red herring.
It's always red herring. There's the leak.
I told you one of them was. I told you at least one of them was a traitor.
Oh yeah.
Thing is, how do you know that?
Why should I tell you?
I don't know.
I mean, I knew that at least one of them was a traitor because I was good and not on the team,
Yeah, same.
which is... Yeah, red herring was the villain in one episode, and it was the episode where Freddy agreed to not blame red herring, which made it the best episode. Oh man!
Come on, whoever's confide in me. You can trust me.
Someone is confiding.
Don't worry, you can trust
Theoretically.
me.
Someone has confided.
Or maybe they skipped.
Or maybe they skipped.
I hope not.
The Night Bunny Club, huh?
We need every bit of info we can get.
Can someone say who confided in them and then protect your sources? or just say that they were confided in and then protect their source, I should say.
See, the fact that nobody's claiming that they were confided in is worrying to me.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that someone chose the wrong person to confide into.
it's very possible. But
all right. I was confided in.
By whom?
No,
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
going
cannot
to say
say.
that. I don't like that Fluffles is so eager to know.
Maybe I'm just trying to cause chaos.
there's so much red on the field.
there's a lot of it.
Come on, James, you can trust me.
There's only one person on this board other than myself that I trust. But I'm not going to get any further into it than that.
Because that was...
Because you're the one who
One of
confided in Scott.
It's one of you and one of
No.
you. It's the double 50-50.
And whoever confides into somebody doesn't learn anything anyway.
Uh-huh!
Yeah.
It's you know...
I agree with Elora. I think that's how you pronounce that. Scott and Fluffles, that's a good idea.
I don't know how I feel about any of this. I'm suddenly very suspicious of Fluffles.
So, I'll
promise
say
you, I am innocent.
I'll say out loud.
You would say that.
I know that I'm good, obviously, because you're gonna say that regardless. So on mission 2, it was either Joe or Fluffles that failed it, and then on mission 3, it was either Lee or Scott that failed it. From my perspective, of course, which means that Romeo has to be good, and then I've got to take a 50-50 on literally both of the other pairs.
I think
mean,
it's Joe and Lee who beans
or Joe could have failed both of them hypothetically.
That is true. Joe could have also failed both of them. That is.
And then
that
who
is
the hell
true.
knows who his partner is in that case?
That's-
Probably
I think
pulled
it's
off
Joe
a-
and Romeo. For no particular
That's a
reason.
that's
I
a
mean, it
good
could be.
point.
Because otherwise he would have had to pull off a double at least once.
That's
Right?
a good
Mhm.
point.
Yes, in this, I believe it's Jomeo. It's Jomeo.
It could be.
It could be.
It's distressing that they already have a team name.
Jomeo. Don't trust Scott. He
Look.
breathes. Well, I mean, you're
Look.
right.
Oh, well, yeah.
If you don't trust me, that's fine. Don't put me
Hey.
on the team, but also don't put Joe and Romeo on the team.
Nelsha breathe too.
And Nelsha does breathe too.
That's an inside joke, unless you happen to have also played Thousand Arms. which
I
I'm
got it.
I got it too.
Put James on there. It'll be safe.
I actually. The problem is that in this scenario of like someone failed both of those missions, James and Joe are roughly equal chances. But we already have 2 fails. Why?
No
Oh,
pressure, but if you get this wrong, we all die.
I just realized.
Got 2 fails.
I just realized how scary the confide is, because if you confide in one of the bad people, that
Yep.
still tells. Oh, well, that's not the agent.
That would
That's
tell
just
them
straight up.
one person is not an agent.
Okay.
I just suddenly had a bad feeling that maybe it was Jamio instead of Jomeo.
Oh, that's way too many
Oh,
thumbs.
that's
That's
so
way too
much
many
like.
thumbs.
I don't like the amount of like that liked there.
That was too much like. Not
Like,
even my
for
dislike
real.
can outweigh the like.
Well, that's a lot of thumbs.
Okay.
Well, it means it's either over
Okay.
immediately.
Or all of us are exonerated.
we're good.
Yeah, we are exonerated.
Okay, now we just
Oh,
gotta
wasn't
figure out the fourth.
Jamio.
So that's a
Listen.
pretty good team.
So now we're flipping coins.
I swear to you, I am
I'm-
not the leaker.
I'm kind of on the Jomio bandwagon at this point because I feel like it makes the most sense because that way there was no double spy, which I know double spies can happen. Like they could have just gotten lucky and pulled it off if Joe was partnered with somebody on one of those missions, but I mean it could easily be that Joe failed both of those missions and then
I like you're
Romeo
like
was the
it's
partner.
Jomio, and then the game is just like guess who the next 2 people.
Yeah.
Also,
Because,
I
of
want
course,
Two
look,
billion
Also, I
down the
want to
drain.
point out that like
I'm
you're like
saying it's
Jamie,
Jomio.
like Jomio.
Where
I'm like Jamio is just as likely, and
It's
from my
Jomio.
perspective, that's what it
Except
is.
that now it can't be Jamesio.
Yes,
yeah, it
because
can't be Jamesio.
me, James, and Scott are 100% exonerated.
Right, because
Yeah.
this game doesn't let the leakers
Oh,
drag
never
it
mind.
out.
Yeah.
Because there would be no point.
Right.
Never
I'm
mind.
telling you, it's Jomio.
It's like if you have a chance to win, you win.
I'm telling you, it's Jomio.
I think that's the most
I think
likely scenario.
I think that I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
I am 100% confident it is Jomio.
So in that case,
am-
we pass this, we pass the next one.
Yeah.
And I am
Unless Romeo is gonna mess with us. Romeo's messing with
just
us.
make the team.
I am less
It's Romeo.
I am less convinced of the whole team, but I'm convinced that Scott is good.
Well, you don't have to be convinced. He's me, you, and
Well,
Scott are 100% good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I
No
will
need for
say
convincing.
I will say that the person that I know to be good is on this team.
Likewise.
That's all I can say without, giving too much information away.
Listen, it's Jomeo.
It's 110% Joe Mio. We got
Normally I'd be really nervous about the fact that Romeo himself was the one that made this team, but I'm still reasonably confident this is the team that has the best chance. Hopefully this
Joe
wasn't
Mio
some-
is no Mio. We're gonna
Unless
go
there was
Mio as
really,
victors.
really weird
there could have been some shenanigans, but we'll find out in a second if that's the case.
We're good.
Everyone just hit the button. Come on,
100%,
let's see.
baby. We got it. Here it is.
No, you don't.
And yes, Delta, there
Dang
are
it.
lots of
Well,
meows,
then-
so it does
Oh,
sound like
boom.
that.
Oh,
You have this, but you don't win.
nailed it.
Oh,
I
well, we
told
got it.
you it was Jomeo.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
I told
No,
you it
no,
was
you don't.
Jomeo.
Oh, we got it.
I told you it's 100% Jomeo.
All right,
Alright,
so
you
now
gotta
the
take your,
leakers get their one shot at taking out the agent.
See now, these two, like it's obviously either Fluffles or Lee, and both of them are very much like Fluffles is going so hard it feels like he's covering for Lee.
I don't know.
And that's the thing, is like if Lee didn't start having the bravado of like, yeah, we have it, then and like Fluffles wasn't going super over the top.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
So do I.
James. I sniffed James.
Scott was the
so
agent.
obviously Scott.
Lee, did you catch it that time?
Oh, were you doing the thing? I caught it for other reasons.
Oh,
See,
okay.
the thing is, I sniffed James, so I knew it wasn't James.
And
James
was the one
confided
that
in
confided
Scott.
in me, but I couldn't say that, obviously.
I didn't catch you doing the thing because I wasn't thinking about it, but just from other tells, I was just like, it's got to be Scott.
I was trying to be obvious enough that you guys should pick up on it, but without being so overt that it would make me.
That's why
obvious.
I started going harder towards the end, just trying to take some of that heat away. But like I had to be sure I knew what the team was, so that way when I got back to you, when you were making the team, I'm like, I'm gonna vote in whatever this is because Scott is definitely the guy.
I'm glad you figured me out.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna start taking heat and be like, oh yeah, it's Jomeo. Come on.
Yeah, because
easy.
basically my whole game plan was be super confident and concise for the first half of the game, hoping that my team will pick up on that, and then become less and less certain as the game goes on, because that's kind of what I would naturally do anyway. But it will also kind of throw things off because that's when they're really looking for who's being obvious.
Once I was pretty sure it was Joe and Romeo, I kind of decided to just go as hard as possible to
Yeah, you were.
at
That's what you
least
gotta do.
throw you off a little bit,
and
so that
King-
you were like, maybe.
King Scott's line of the person I know is good is on this team, I can't go into more details, was because I confided in Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he was also the agent, but he was trying to imply
that knowledge was
Yeah,
important
from the
to me,
confide,
and
not
that,
from.
because if I was the agent, I wouldn't care that someone confided in me. I already knew, but
And that
if
was
I
yeah.
made it obvious that that information did matter to me, then I probably wasn't the agent because
Yep.
it would have been irrelevant.
And
I'd like to think that I was also doing some mental warfare because I named myself Agent Lee. So you just want to think that I'm the
yeah,
agent.
there you
Come
go.
on, give it to me.
All right. Well, that was good. We got a lot of good rounds.
Yeah.
I think we are absolutely going to do more of this at some point because this is basically one of our favorite games when we were local playing stuff.
Oh, that was great.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're
I'm gonna
definitely
play
gonna do
this
this
with
more
my
often.
own friend group sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So go ahead and
Such a good
wish list it on Steam, and then you
Yeah, I applied for the beta.
apply for the beta. And then if you're in the meantime, you can also just go pick up Resistance if you have a fun, sizable friend group that can get local. Different theming, but same core concept.
Yeah, it's literally the exact same game except without the rogue thing.
And that's
which
totally
actually
fair,
I think there is an expansion for well, actually there's a lot of expansions for
Oh, yeah,
Resistance.
there's a lot.
They have a bunch of extra stuff you can do.
All right. But on that note, I gotta go
Right.
grab a baby. She's sleeping with the grandparents, and grandparents are trying to go to bed. So
Have a good evening,
catch
everyone.
you all later.
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
is that it?
Bye.